Yo, 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 it's your boy Big Wild Opinion, and I'm back with another opinion, man. How's everybody doing on this blessed Sunday? Hope everybody having a great Sunday. You know, uh, there's some people come in here. Come on in. Aaron, what's up? What's up with it, bro? What's up with it? What's going on? April Showers, hey, what's going on, Miss April? What's going on, Miss April? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. You know, thank God. Thank God that He spared us victory to see this day. Thank God for the victory today. Aaron said he cool in that church. Okay, that's a good place to be at. That's a good place to be. Y'all know we here to talk about it today. So come on in, y'all. Come on in. Let's sit down and let's get acquainted. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take all of your thoughts, all of your worries and problems, forget about because tonight it's about me and you. No fake love, no patience, no good way. Just no phone calls, take us to dream, no family, no friends. I just wanna be alone with you, alone. Come on in, y'all. Here's what I wanna do, baby. I just wanna take my time and making the body time. Keeping you warm, nothing for the darkness. You're really gone. My job, take my time and making the body time. Keeping you warm, nothing for the darkness. You're really you look like us, you never know it. Your thoughts is tripping, just ignore it. You got swings, come on, it's easy. Take it off. It's Lady T, what's up, what's up? Come on in. Here's what I want. Keeping you warm, I want take my time. Keeping you warm, keep it warm. Oh yeah, I'll be you. Listen, baby. Man, look, man, we gonna do this thing right. You know, on this Sunday.
What up? What up, Dana J? What up, bro? What's going on, man? Man, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing too much of nothing. I ain't got too much of nothing going on this Sunday. This Sunday, man, trying to do a panel. No, I'm trying to get the fellas on the panel, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the fellas on the panel. That's it.
This song goes out to my mother, the one I love, and the one I lost. When it comes down to thinking about what my mother's
Man, I can't wait too, bro. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait either, bro.
I love
There you have it, man. But y'all saw the title of the video when y'all came on. I titled the video Unity in Our Community. And why I titled the video Unity in Our Community is simply because that's one thing that our community lacks. That's one thing we lack as a race, as a culture, is unity, man. And I feel as though a lot of situations that go on when we talking about government, higher power, city officials, anything like that. It comes down to us as a race to come together and to enable to control certain things in our community, man. Why do we let people who don't resonate with us? Why do we let people who don't feel like us? Why do we let people who don't look like us, who don't resonate with us, who don't deal with the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis? Why do we give them so much power over us to be able to dictate and control certain things that we do, certain actions that we make? And that's simply because we so divided. We so divided is that, you know, these people are able to control every aspect of our life without even controlling us. You know what I'm saying? What I mean controlling every aspect, the most important aspects of the most important things that go on in our community, we are not a part of. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't come together. We can't stick. We can't come together. And then if we do get together, then it's falling out or there's always something different. Like at this point, you know, we've been seeing the outrage. I mean, we can look at it like this because it is different things we can look at. It's different things that we can compare this to. When you look at like Charlie Sheen, when his situation came out, when you look at uh, the Epstein's and the Weinstein's and all the people of that nature, those caliber of people, when they allegations came out, you didn't hear their community out here. Their community wasn't out here bashing them. Their community wasn't out there talking about, yeah, they did it. Their community wasn't out there talking about lock his ass up for life. Their community wasn't out there doing none of that shit. But when it comes to our community, when they lock Bill Cosby up, oh yeah, Bill Cosby did it. Oh, Bill been giving putting drugs and bitches drink, all type of shit. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to our community make our people guilty. So therefore, I mean, how would you feel? I mean, if you the government already know. Shit, if we sit up here telling them that the person that they trying to get is guilty, shit, that only makes them more confident in what they're trying to achieve. If more of us came, like me and the guy David yesterday was on here talking, and Styles was on here also. We was talking about, man, we just stood together and asked these, hold the government accountable, holding the police is accountable, holding everybody accountable. then therefore these people won't be able to just go around and lock our people up, with no explanation and on some cricket bullshit charges or whatever the situation may be. But it's our community that, what up with the mighty spade? Then look at it, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing about just Jixleen Maxwell. They dropping counts in her case. Jixleen Maxwell about to get off, and guess what? We still vote. Guess what we still doing? We still got our people out here that saying R. Kelly guilty. R. Kelly did it. They got all this shit to say about R. Kelly. They taking R. Kelly through the ringers, man. And Jixleen Maxwell, she's about to beat her charge. She about to beat her case. Believe it or not, she finna beat that case. She gonna beat that case, believe it or not. Might have say he chilling like a villain in a Caribbean island. Man, send me some of that over here, bro. Send me some of that Caribbean island over here, bro. And might have say they're organized. These are matrix satanic. That's all work together and are paid to do this to kill. Yeah, I mean, this shit that's going on with R. Kelly, man, don't make sense. We never, I mean, this shit is some unseen before circumstances, and the simple fact that they're going so hard, to try to make it something is what raises the red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? Though how hard they're going, to make it relevant, to make the shit relevant. I mean, I feel like if a person done something, me personally, I feel like if a person has done something, and if the person is guilty, if the person is guilty of doing what y'all had say he or she has done, then it shouldn't be this overreach for to make it make sense. I mean, for 4 years now, this shit still haven't made any sense. I mean, it ain't made no sense to me at all. I mean, none. Haven't made no sense to me at all yet. But at some point, when is our community gonna hold these people together? Not unseen before. Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson, Sam Cooke, Bill Cosby. The bigger the takedown, the more that you can steal. Exactly, exactly. But see, but the thing is, the thing that I look at with R. Kelly, the thing I look at this man, for him to for 30-year career, and the amount of females that they're accusing him of doing these things to, it don't even, come on, man. We're talking about a mega superstar. A mega superstar. A mega superstar. Might say, I finally figured out it's not supposed to make sense because we're Christian. Man, look, Midas, man. This shit, this shit, man, they doing right before our eyes. But like I tell people, man, if we don't come together and we don't stick together and we don't hold these people accountable, if we don't make these people show their hand, they're gonna. I mean, it's just this cycle is gonna continue. This cycle is going to continue and continue and continue, because what we as a culture is like, we'll talk about our brother, we'll talk about our sister, and not understanding that the shit that goes on with them, the effect that it has on us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? When Tupac said Brenda had a baby, and he said in the community, and he said Brenda's got a baby, he said mother say that's not our problem. That's up to Brenda's family. But then Pac say, let me tell you how that affects our whole community. And people don't understand that. See, Tupac was, man, hold on. Tupac was way ahead. Tupac was way ahead, man. Tupac was way ahead of time. He was trying to tell, Tupac was trying to tell our people way back then how important it was for our community to come together.
I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A dead shade, your girl can hardly spell her name. That's not a problem, that's up to Brenda's family. Well, let me show you how it affects our whole community. Now, Brenda really never knew.
Now you heard what Tupac just said. Y'all heard what Tupac just said. Y'all heard what he just said. This is the problem that we have in the black community.
I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain.
Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain.
Jane, the girl can hardly spell her name. That's not a problem, that's up to Brenda's family. Well,
so he say, Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda barely got a brain. A damn shame the kid can hardly spell her name. And guess what the nigga in the hood gonna say?
You how it affects our whole community. Now, Brenda, I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A dead shade, your girl can hardly spell her name. That's not a problem, that's up to Brenda's family. Well, let me show you how it affects our whole community. Now, Brenda really never knew her moms, and her dad was a junkie pretty back to his homes. It's sad, cause I bet Brenda doesn't even know. Just cause you're in the ghetto doesn't really came from.
Man, when I say Tupac was ahead of his generation, man. Tupac was way ahead of his generation. We need Tupac right now. We need a Tupac right now. We need an artist like Tupac right now. Because a lot of this shit this is shit that he was talking about in the 90s, man. And shit that he was talking about in the 90s that's taking effect right now to this day still. Some of these same issues going on in our community still. And our community still has yet to wake up to what's really going on. Our community is still okay with these Brenda's got a baby situation. You know what I'm saying? He say Brenda's got a molester who's sexing her crazy. Come to find out the molester was a family member. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit is still going on in our community because our people have yet to step up. Our people have yet to try and make a change. Our people have yet to understand what it is that's holding us back. You get what I'm saying? Our people. Man, Tupac was telling us this shit in the 90s. He was telling us in the 90s. Look, man, just listen. He gonna say, when the man say, that's not our problem, that's up to Brenda family, Tupac saying, hold on, let me tell you how that affects our whole community when you got a child walking around pregnant and she don't even know her, she bad can spell her name. You know what I'm saying? She don't know where her mom is, she don't know where her dad is, none of that. She in love with a molester that's sexing her crazy. This is the shit Tupac was talking about in the 90s, man. We talking about 2022. And we still can relate to the same shit. We still talking about the same shit in 2022. The shit that Tupac was addressing in the 90s. We're still having the same issue.
That's not a problem, that's something with his family. Well, let me show you how it has. I hope you read it. See, now it's a really clever new moms, and the dad was a junkie when he got to his own. It's sad, cause I bet Bridget doesn't even know. Just picture in the ghetto doesn't really came from. But that's a hope, my own revelation. Do whatever it takes to resist the temptation. Brenda got herself a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was a cousin, now it's like a joy. She tried to
Brenda got herself a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was her cousin. What the fuck? Same shit going on to this day. Our community, our community have yet to address. Our community has yet to address Brenda's got a baby. We still having the same situation. We still having Brenda's. We still having Brenda's in 2022. There are still Brenda's out here in 2022. Shit that Tupac was addressing in the 90s. We're still dealing with Brenda's got a baby. We still dealing with, absentee parents. I mean, ain't nobody responsible for this shit but our people. And I can't get mad at the oppressor. How can you get mad at the oppressor when the people are okay with being oppressed? Right, Midas? They taking the kids now. How can you get mad at the oppressor when you okay with being oppressed? You're not trying to change the oppressed stage of your life. How can you be mad at the oppressor when you're not trying to change your situation? How can you be mad at the oppressor when you okay with being in those predicaments? You okay with being in those type of environments? Exactly. Midas, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at, how can I, if I'm be mad at the oppressor, I gotta be mad at our people in our community as well. Because our community is the people. Our people are the ones who are gonna have to force the change. Keyword, our community are the ones who are gonna have to force the change. We're not gonna make the change, we're gonna have to force the change. When I say force the change, that means we're gonna have to unify, come together, stand together, one band, one sound, and demand that these people see us as human. We don't want to be seen as equal. We want to be seen as human. We don't want to be equal to the oppressor. We want to be seen as human. Award us that. But they're never going to look at us as human if we don't act in such fashion. You know, only time our people come together is for bullshit. When people on this goddamn YouTube app arguing, going at each other, going back and forth, they chats be filled 1,000, 100, 500, whatever. People in the chats listening, when the bullshit going on YouTube, people chats be so full. Everybody over there chipping in, speaking, hey, how you doing? All this bullshit. But when you on here talking about some real shit, they can make a change. Don't nobody want to hear that. Our people have been caught up to, they resonate with bullshit. A lot of our people only resonate with bullshit. That's why they always in it. That's why they always in it. Might say facts, bro. This is why the R. Kelly situation is important. They fight us in the courts and destroy our constitutional rights. Exactly. But they only can we don't have a constitutional right because our people are not standing up, holding these people accountable. These people, just like yesterday, me and the brother David, guy from Chicago, was on here yesterday. We was talking about the same shit. These people don't give a damn about us. Rights, we can violate you, but if ain't nobody gonna hold us accountable for violating your rights, then what the fuck? If ain't nobody gonna hold the courts accountable for violating our rights, then what's really going on? But the people who supposed to be making these courts, who supposed to be holding these courts accountable, are the community, our community. Our community is supposed to be holding these courts accountable. Our community is supposed to be demanding answers from Kim Fox. Our community is supposed to be demanding answers from the New York Eastern District of New York. It's our people that has to come together and get out and say what the hell is going on. Why is this going on? How is this going on? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Fantasia? If our community don't come out and speak up for our people, then these motherfuckers gonna continue to run over us. But I tell you one thing, if it's bullshit, our people love bullshit. Our people love gossip. Our people love shit that don't have no substance to it. If it ain't got no substance, you can guarantee you it got our people attention. If it's bullshit, it got our people attention. Look at all these bullshit reality shows they had on TV. Love and hip hop, flavor of love, all that shit. That shit, I bet you look at the ratings of people who was tuning in watching that shit. I bet you it was mostly our people who was giving that shit ratings. But then you turn around, you got some serious shit going on out here in this world, like what they're doing to R. Kelly, what they did to, what they tried to do to Michael Jackson, you know, what they tried to do to Bill Cosby. And where is our people at? Our people are doing this. Hey, man, R. Kelly did that shit. Man, Bill Cosby did that. Man, Michael Jackson fuck with them little boys. You get what I'm saying? That's our people. Instead of our people coming together, they sitting here talking, man, Michael Jackson did that. He fuck with them little boys. Man, Bill Cosby been raping bitch. Man, R. Kelly like them little girls. This, that, and the third. Man, what the fuck? At what point are we going to realize that these people are going to continue to do us and treat us the way they do because we don't even stand up for each other? I don't have to fucking like you for us to have a common purpose. I don't have to deal with you every day for us to have a common purpose. If the common purpose is equality, if the common purpose is justice, then we should be able to come together. I don't have to see you every day. But if you look like me and we both being oppressed, we have to come together to try to come against the oppressor. But what has happened is we have been conditioned to be okay with not just conditions. We have been conditioned to accept injustice. We have been conditioned to be okay with watching our brothers get killed in the streets. We've been conditioned to watching our sisters be killed in the streets. We've been conditioned to being okay with our mothers raising children with no father in the home. We've been conditioned to our mothers raising children with no fathers at all. We have been conditioned to accept unjust conditions. And our people have yet to try to do something about it. Might say we now know what they are. Mentionist, Marxist, or satanic. They are against the Christ. Amen. Man, I'm telling you, something going on. What's up, Carl? There's something going on, and I'm telling you, man, our people, they know what it takes. They know how to control the minds and thoughts of our people. And they do it in a way that they do it so blatantly that people don't even see it. And our people have yet to come together for one cause and one purpose. And we don't come together for nothing. We should be coming together for the justice. We should be able to we should be able to come together for justice when there's more than a police killing one of our brothers in the street or one of our sisters in the street. We should be able to come to justice. We should be able to come together for justice when we see the justice system doing shit that's not right. We should be able to come together for more common purposes than what we do come together for. But you know what our people do? If we hear some shit, depending on if we like that person or depending on if we like this group of people or that group of people, or this person, that person, some people gonna sit around, man, fuck it, man, I ain't got nothing to say. This, that, and the third. You say Kevin Samuel, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, only a few are speaking out. Justice for our killer. You know it is, man, because what they're doing is, man, what they doing is what I feel the government is just like they acting like Debo at this point. They like, fuck y'all, we gonna do what the fuck we wanna do. Who gonna do something about it? They playing the big bad wolf, right? They playing the big bad wolf. But the only one who can defeat the big bad wolf is the people of our community. It's the people of our community. It's gonna take the people of our community to defeat the big bad wolf. Like yesterday when I was on here, I told her brother David, Chicago. I'm holding Chicago. I'm holding Chicago accountable. The citizens of Chicago, where y'all at? The citizens of Chicago, why y'all not demanding that these people show y'all this proof, show y'all this evidence? Why the city of Chicago? The city of Chicago, y'all got to come out and hold these people accountable to make sure that they treat y'all brother right. You know, people around the world can speak on this, but the city of Chicago can make the biggest difference. The citizens of Chicago can make the biggest difference when it comes to chaos going back to Chicago. It's going to take the city of Chicago to demand Kim Fox to prove the bullshit that she's talking about. So we the people, we asking Chicago to stand up for Kale. Chicago, show us what R. Kelly mean to y'all. Chicago, show us that y'all stand with Kale. Chicago, we need y'all. We got y'all back. We the people got y'all back, but Chicago, y'all gotta stand up. Chicago gotta stand up. Yeah, we outnumber them, Midas. We outnumber them. But the thing about it is, one thing about our oppressors, they always knew how to bribe us. They always knew how to keep us separated. Our oppressors, they know we give you a little money, guess what? They're gonna separate. We get them a little position, guess what? They're gonna separate. We get them a little, we get them a title, a job title. You know, they're going to separate. They have studied us. Every race, every culture has studied us as a race and as a culture to see what it is that keep us divided. And guess what they do? Once they figured it out, once these people figured out what it is that keep us divided, that's what they fed us. Why in the urban black communities, you got a liquor store on every 2 or 3 blocks, you got a liquor store. Man, let me drop the link down here. If anybody want to come up, you know, before I get out of here. But you look in the hood. If you go to the urban communities, to the community that we live in, you got liquor stores and smoke shops on every other block. You go to the white community, You you be damned if you see a liquor store. Probably one in the whole goddamn town. You might see one or two in the whole little town. But you come into our community, man, it's packed with liquor stores and smoke shops, fast food restaurants, taking over the blocks. You feel me? Why are they feeding our community all this bullshit? When you go to the white community, you don't see none of this shit. You go to a white community, you won't even see no fucking Popeye. The motherfucker got KFC. Liquor store and everything. You come to the black community, man, they got a liquor store in the family. They sell liquor in the Family Dollar. They sell liquor in the Dollar General. They selling cigarettes in the Dollar General. They selling cigarettes in the Family Dollar. They got liquor and cigarettes in the grocery store. They got liquor and cigarettes on the corners. They got liquor and cigarettes every goddamn way you go. But you go to the white community, you don't see none of that shit. When are our people going to look at this shit and say, you know what, we need to make a difference? Chopping Up TV say not in Houston. Man, I'm telling you, where I seen the shit in Minnesota. I've seen it, and guess what? When they came in with this new shit, what they call the shit, gentrification. Oh, gentrification, they coming in, buying up shit, tearing shit, moving the people out now. Now they moving the people, they moving the ghetto to the suburbs, bringing the suburbs back to the city. Now they want their cities back. That's why you see the crime rate going. The crime rates in these major cities is so high because the government is feeding the crime rate. The government is feeding the crime because they want the high crime rate to give them a reason for they can move people who own public housing and Section 8, all that shit, so they can move those people out to the suburbs. Now they building the inner cities back up. They want the people from the suburbs want to come back into the inner city. But those people ain't coming back into the inner city if the goddamn violence is through the roof. They're not gonna do that. So what they do, they let the people kill themselves off, then they move them out to the suburbs, and then they move the suburban people back into the city. And guess what? Now they got a peaceful inner city again.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, big bro?
I ain't nothing. But I see you open up the panel. You know what I mean? But you talking good
Already,
stuff, man.
man.
And for the person that said not in Houston, trust and believe. There's a liquor store or something somewhere in Houston in one of them hoods.
Oh yeah, they got in every hood is a liquor store and a smoke shop. Goddamn, at least I bet at least goddamn 2 to 3.
Facts.
Man,
And there's a
I just
church and there's a church on every other corner.
every other corner. Right here yesterday, I was sitting here tripping. And she said a bootlegger. Yeah. Yesterday I was sitting here tripping like I went to the liquor store yesterday. It's a man, the liquor, you know how you know how McDonald's and Burger King is now? No, you got McDonald's right here, got Burger King across the street.
Right.
That's the new liquor store in the smoke shop.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. When you a liquor store, smoke shop, right there.
Fast food restaurants to get them out of there.
Yeah. Man, that shit that happened in Minneapolis, man. See, people, the shit that happened in Minneapolis when they talk about the shit with George Floyd. A lot of that shit that happened, people don't understand. Those people intentionally burn shit down so that
Yeah.
the only parts that burn down, really people not understanding this shit, was
Yeah.
the people, places where mostly black people with housing lived in. They burned the shit down for a reason. They building new apartments up, but guess what? You gotta have a 700 credit score to get in these motherfuckers. You
And
gotta
watch
make
this.
But then watch this though. Everybody's celebrating about George Floyd, right?
Yeah.
Talking talking about yeah, it changed. Well, what about them other officers for that killed them other brothers that's not being charged? What about them?
They ain't gonna talk about that, man. They ain't gonna talk about that. You see, then the only officer that got charged with a murder in Minneapolis was the black dude. And you know, they went back and let the black dude out, but he actually was in the right and he was in the line of work when he did what he did. And they locked him up.
I tell anybody, man, these blue states, y'all can have them, bro. Because Marxism is here. Marxism is here. And it's like anytime and you have the for the government trying to sue the government, that's crazy.
I was telling people about this shit with the damn child support shit.
And we gotta do a live tackle on that, bro.
How the hell can the child support system suing the child support system?
Facts.
Hold on, brother Dave on here, Chicago.
What's up, brother Dave?
I want them to see that we're thinking people over here. We ain't just no idiots talking here.
But I'm gonna say this:
bro?
it's pockets of Chicagoans that love R. Kelly. The whole Chicago don't love R. Kelly, and I've been saying that for 3 years. And because if that's the case, it shouldn't have took me to leave Atlanta for to have rallies in Chicago for people to at least hint that they from Chicago and start doing rallies. George Floyd ain't even from Chicago, and they took to the streets for George Floyd.
Man, that was all over the world. People out here marching for George Floyd everywhere.
Right.
And now we got a real reason to be marching for some shit with the injustice going on with R. Kelly.
Everybody quiet.
Everybody quiet. They don't understand how this shit is gonna shape the future if it go down the way that they intended to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. But look, I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna let you brothers talk, man. I'm gonna finish eating, bro.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what up, Big Val?
Man, not much, man. I'm on here chopping it up this morning, man.
Man, you on that, man, doing your thing, bro. I'm talking about everything you saying. I was 100% with it. From the sermon from Tupac, when Brenda's got a baby, to where y'all at right now. You know, I ain't coming on here to disagree. I ain't coming on here to disagree with nobody's opinion about anything. I got my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm around a lot of older cats. I'm actually playing chess right now on 63rd and what's it is, Woodlawn. Yeah. And we got our opinions. It's about it's actually a very mixed crowd. I don't want to get diverse crowd, so I don't want to ask all of them, but it's definitely some men here that you know they have their opinions about what's going on. So I want to share them. Why don't you ask my man Paul right here, man, how he feels about R. Kelly and whatever.
Talk, bro. You already know what this platform about. Let him talk, man.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you. Hey, y'all, we got some guests on the panel today. Brother David got some guests on the panel today. So, man, make sure y'all show the guests some love. Make sure y'all go subscribe to David Newsom, man. Cool guy, straight up brother, man. And
this
hear
big
what
guy
you
right here.
say in Chicago. You know I like to hear from Chicago, man. What's up, Chi-Town?
What's up, brother man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, I came in late on the conversation, and I'm a little bit taken off, a little surprised here because I didn't hear the whole demonstration. I know the conversation was about R. Kelly, correct?
Yeah, we talk about R. Kelly. What's pretty much I started out talking about, like it's pretty much the whole topic is about our community coming, unity in our community, and what the oppressor has successfully done in our community for so many years is keeping us separated. And we have yet to realize where the power lies. And the power lies in us as a community to make any change in the world. We first have to come together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I talked about Tupac making a song back in the 90s that said Brunda's got a baby. And somebody said in the community, that's not our problem, that's up to Brunda's family. And Tupac said, well, hold on. Let me tell you how that affects our whole community when a teenager is pregnant around here that can't even spell her name, about to bring a child into the world, and she don't know shit about being a mother.
Yeah, so there's a lot of hardship going down, and a lot of misinformation also. That's what I've been noticing, and and another thing that's real important is we don't have those spiritual values that we need, man. Now we into this opinion game, and God ain't talked about in the households no more, and people making up their own religion along the way. And anytime you denounce the Almighty, there's gonna be some punishments involved in this, man. So
Already.
So like I say, if we don't include the Almighty in our decision making, it ain't gonna last anyway.
Right.
Period. Yeah.
So why do you think that this is a much broader issue than just a community issue? Because why did they take religion out of they took religion out of schools? I'm young, but when I came through elementary school, we said a prayer every morning. We said the Pledge of Allegiance of America every morning. We said the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. Now they took all of that out of school, but they want to bring into school LGBTQ, all that shit that goes against religion.
Or yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what we lack is a spiritual remedy. That's what we're lacking. It's no, it's not like a long story. It's a spiritual remedy that we're lacking in our community. And until we get on top of that, we're gonna have some problems along the way. Do you know how many people haven't even heard the word God at the table of their house, man? You know how many young people don't even go and worship or even know where to go? They have.
Right.
You know how many guys are dressing up like women and thinking it's a joke, and these dudes who call themselves rappers and stuff, they're the ones who set the tone for these young guys, and they don't come back and get them and explain to them that some of these stories are just stories, and some of them have truth. But man, if it's telling you to disrespect your girl, if it's telling you to disrespect your family, if it's bragging about how much you got all through the rap record, it's gotta be a problem somewhere, man.
Oh yeah. I agree.
All this is talking about wealth and stuff, and you got these cats willing to do anything. You got even on the Martin Lawrence show, and I grew up on this. Next thing you know, Martin was dressing like a woman.
Yep.
You know how that affected our community?
Yeah.
When people think that's some normal shit?
Yeah.
That ain't normal, man.
Yep.
Hey,
absolutely.
So I'm sorry, I got a little excited there, but I just wanted to say that, man. And I'm glad that you got a show like this where you get some feedback and it ain't all one-sided. Big
Right.
B, I appreciate you, brother. That's big
Oh
vibe.
yeah,
Big
salute to
vibe,
you
big
for
vibe.
coming on, man.
And
Okay,
salute,
I
so
mean,
salute,
shout
like
out.
salute to
Thanks
the.
for.
Y'all go
We
ahead.
got
so
Top
like
It
I'm
Up
saying,
TV on the panel.
Greetings,
We got
gentlemen. Greetings.
Brother
so
Malik on the panel.
Greetings.
I was saying it's a few brothers over here, and that's one opinion, and the other ones you have to see if they even want to come on the camera. You
But you
got
know, you can
everybody.
cut the camera. You can cut the camera off, and they can just talk.
I
Hey,
got my
So,
shirt off, man. I
All
got
right,
my
let me
shirt
ask
off,
my
walking
man.
around the
Just
house.
go.
I don't want.
hey,
Just
my
go.
man, Knockdown. Hey,
You ain't got to come on camera now, but you
hey,
want to say something to? Have you ever heard anything about the R. Kelly situation? Like what's been going on in court? Not the actual accusations or whatever, but the treatment that's been going on, like the government abusing its powers, misusing power, just being straight up bogus in how they deal with our people is basically what we're talking about.
I mean, that's been going on for years and years and
You don't
years.
know if you want to say too much.
Hello.
So
Oh.
he talking to me. Okay.
hey, Knockdown.
Yeah, man. So don't know, and so it is. The other guys I play in chess, like I say, the other community is really diverse. I actually would like to ask a young lady
hey,
how she
David.
feels.
David.
She's young. She might be busy though.
Shout out.
You got somebody want to ask you something, David.
Hey, boss.
Okay.
Hey, before you invite your next person over, let me say a few words.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm not going to speak on the argument. I'm going to go right. Hey,
It's a lot of people in the background.
can somebody mute
What?
their mic?
Hold on.
Yeah, he needs to mute his mic if he's not going to say anything.
With me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
me.
No. Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
What I'm going to say is, you can't say it's all spiritual. And I'm going to say, I'm not going to touch on his personal beliefs.
Mm.
But before you even go spiritual, you got to be mindful that the values of the generation today are not the values of yesterday.
Right.
And when you take away those simple values, everything becomes complex. Now everything is instant gratification. So if I run 10 miles, I'm expecting to lose 10 pounds at the same time I ran 10 miles.
Baltimore.
That's not how it works. So this generation, and I'll just say, and I'll use 21 to 30, just as a number. They want everything instant. They don't understand the concept of how things take time to mature and grow. I'll give you the best example. My wife said, we ain't had no microwave in 10 years. I had even lost count. Now, I'm also a person who don't eat leftovers. But most people that eat leftovers want to put it on a plate and heat it up right away. What about back in the day when you had that little toaster oven? Or that little, or you had to put it in the oven? Things were different. Today's generation don't want to let things manifest. I'm not going to speak on the fact that they wear too small clothes. I just think that's a fashion statement.
No, you got to bring that up too. You got all that goes with it. All that go with it. You
All
know,
they go with it, huh?
that
Okay,
goes
well
with it
then,
too.
if we're going to bring it up, we're going to bring it up like this.
Yes, sir.
I think that they weren't taught better. Now,
Absolutely.
It's a lot of things that go with that, though, because this generation dresses off of athletes. I totally condone or don't condone half that shit Russell Westbrook wear, Cam Newton. I've never understood that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the little halter top shirt. Nigga, if your halter top should be your jersey, and the only reason I can see your belly button is because your rib pads ain't on or something like that. But again, I'm 47, so my dynamic is different.
Right.
I'm saying? We wasn't
44.
winning back then.
44.
You know what I'm saying? You always wanted your joints to be baggy, or you wanted boot cut, which was wide leg.
Right.
You was never trying to be constricted. But at the same time, we didn't run out here and spend an arm and a leg on dumbass jeans.
Red bottoms.
Okay? I'm not running out here paying $250 days that I'm probably gonna wear one time and throw in the back of the closet. But again, I'm 47. I'm totally different. Like my wife tell me I'm an old head. But I can go in my closet and get 10 times flyer than the new kid on the same shit I wore 10 years ago. See, we learned to take care of our stuff.
Right.
We learned to cherish and preserve our stuff. And we also had a little concept back then. You would borrow your homeboy t-shirt. If it was your man like that, let me hold that t-shirt. Y'all got a pair of jeans go with that shirt. Now, yo, what you a lame ass nigga? Yo, you gonna suck the clown, you borrow nigga clothes? See?
Yeah.
See, they don't understand what it really means to call somebody bro.
Nah.
If I really, really call you bro, that means we fuck with each other, pause, the long way.
Right.
It ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you. Your family is my family. Ain't nothing to be said.
That's how it was.
Right.
That's like
we talk about we talking about the Scarface shit, right? With him and his best friend, you know, the bro shit. If I call you my bro, that mean, and you call me your bro, that mean my sister's off limit to you.
Okay.
Your sister's is off limit to me.
I'm glad you brought that up because on the panel the other day, the same question came up, and the question was, have you ever looked at your homeboy's wife or baby mother or sister and gave her the once over like she could get it? I said, yo, they off limits. That's to me, that's a total violation of the bro code. Now, if it's a little John you played around in the street with, and I bump into her, I say, y'all think Shorty make it, y'all know what I mean? Total different ball game. But I still got to
wife, sister, off limit. If we brothers, if we call each other brothers, if I call your mom, you know what I'm saying? I call your dad, what up, pops? I can't be trying to entertain your goddamn sister, man.
Look.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now Malik, you contradicting yourself now.
Who?
I kind of disagree. I agree and disagree.
Hey, big homie, hold up. No, bro.
Now, you know, I got to call a spade because when we had that conversation, you was one of the main ones saying, yo, his homie should have been able to talk to his sister. And I gave you all the red lines of why. And you said you'll get back with me.
Now, you talking about no. You're talking about somebody else's ethics versus my ethics.
No.
No,
because this conversation came up on here.
Right, and what I'm saying to you is, everybody don't live by the same code. So therefore, if you keep it neutral, you can't stop your man if he come to you. That's his code, and that's his code. But
it's some lines that can't be kept neutral.
Listen to me. That's not true for everybody. You got to be mindful, Dana.
But what's going to happen if she come at him? What's going to happen if she start talking to your bro? Well, you can't stop that.
Yeah, but see who now your bro. In that case, your bro loyalty is to you, right? If that's your brother and your sister come to talk to him and his loyalty to you, he supposed to let you know. Okay. Man, your sister trying to get at me, right?
Okay.
So but Scarface clearly told Manny that his sister was off limit.
Yeah.
Now, if I tell you my sister off limits, right, that means I'm telling you, look, don't fuck with that.
Okay. I got one better. One. Okay, Dana. This between me and you, so I'm going to give it to you real skinny.
Okay.
In certain situations, right?
Facts.
Everything got to go through the big homie.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
When it comes down to the big homie, what the big homie say go, ain't never second guessing the big homie, right or wrong.
True.
Now, I say that to say, right? When certain things are put on the table, certain things you automatically slide left or right because it don't really hold no value sitting on the table. But sometimes you got to address the issue that's put on the table. And I say that to say this. I know a person right now in a situation that's so MF dumb that if I said it, you'll be like, yo, are you serious? It don't even logically make sense. When I heard the story, I was appalled. Now, because of the person I am, I kept it under my hat and still keep it under my hat.
Okay.
But under no circumstances should that have ever been the issue. Because you know who you dealing with versus who you know who you dealing with.
Right.
You know how somebody can come infiltrate, throw out some bullshit, and a nigga bite on it versus yo, you can't, you know what I mean? That's like somebody calling me saying, oh yo, Dana was in your house and he was doing it real dirty and he spit on your floor. Sorry, not believing it. Oh yo, he tried to take your wife somewhere. Okay, sorry, not believing it. How about you miss me with the bullshit and tell me what it really is? You got something for Dana. Okay, cool. Now, approach that man like a man and address your issue. But don't do a lot of motherfucking fabricating. And
that's what goes on now. People are scared to address men as men.
You know why?
And what happened is they'd rather get a whole gang of people who don't like you and then try to jump on. But like I tell everybody, I'm kind of young, but I'm from the old school.
Right.
Rick Flair said it the best. It's so easy to jump on, but it's hard as hell to jump off.
But now,
yeah, buddy.
Here's the flip side to that. You know why most motherfuckers jump on? It's for protection.
Right.
Now, here's the one thing a partner of mine called me last night. She said, you remember the day where you could go anywhere in Baltimore? I said, well, shit, anywhere in Baltimore, D.C., Virginia, Texas, Louisiana. Shit, you pick wherever I go, I'm going to go anywhere.
Right.
Because I understand the number one rule. You can have millions of dollars and no respect. That respect never gonna run out.
Never.
But I'm gonna go here, and I'm glad you said that because now I'm gonna say a name. You can have you can be Rafer Alston. I meant Rafer Edmonds. $1 million, but no respect. There's no way I will want my family living in protective custody for the rest of their life, bro. All because of decisions that I made. But and you take a nigga like AJ, he got all the respect in the world. He had millions, but he'd never see the light of day again. And people still respect him in the hood.
Now, because I know who you're talking about, they feared him.
But you still respect him.
No, it's a difference. Now, just because this you and Vi, since y'all want to get on y'all mob shit, remember when
it's not mob shit, nigga. I mean,
remember when C was talking to Sonny, and he said, "Sonny, is it better to be feared or loved?" Sonny says, "It depends." A lot of my men look at them. They fear me, but they love me at the same time.
Facts.
Hey, y'all, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do anybody really give a fuck about the kids that's being kidnapped and doing all that stuff too?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
that's the
we do, but what are we doing about it? We do.
I'm saying, talk about that. Y'all talking about, hey, man.
I mean, I think a lot of people really care about that, but what are we doing about it? That you see, action speaks louder than words. We can say we care, but if we ain't doing nothing about it, if we ain't making no footwork towards it, we can say we care all we want. But the most care come from is in action.
My man with the look like he's touching the YouTube symbol. What's your name?
Chopping It Up TV.
Oh, okay, Chop TV. Check us out. It's twofold with that kid thing, because a lot of folks that tell you they care until the rubber meet the road. See, it's so sensitive now that you have a lot of people who say it to get close for protection because they really want to get to the kid for monetary value. And see, that's where I draw the line.
Right.
First, especially as one who's worked with poverty-infested kids, and you get to see a kid who was a straight asshole or whatever his thing was, and he changed his whole mentality and his way of life, and he tell you, yo, I owe this to you because you never judged me or gave up on me. You let me take my time to mature and better myself. See, it's so many avenues to that thing with children that if people don't really know, they don't know, and they're afraid to test the waters.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been in the trenches that had to go get kids out of harm's way, and it's like, yo, you throwing your life out here.
You know what? I don't think that it's so much afraid to test the water. I think they just don't know how to. You understand what I'm saying? It's you got to go back. The only way to me, this is only my opinion. The only way to me that you can reach these kids is by leading by example. You see, this all that, oh, you need to do this and do that. That don't work. That's not going to work. They've been hearing that all their goddamn life. You got to go out there and show them. You got to show them by, hey man, let me teach you how to cut hair, or hey man, let me teach you how to fix on cars, or come on man, let me show you how to make some money. That's the only way. You got to show them.
Man, we got man trying to go up against technology. The shit is look at the fucking kids come out the womb, can control a goddamn phone. A newborn baby can work a phone.
Right.
This shit is out of hand, but this is what we've been saying. And on this side of this R. Kelly fight is, this is why we gotta hold these people accountable that's in the positions with the power to do the shit that they supposed to do. When R. Kelly say it's really kids, it's really girls out here in somebody's basement chained up, but y'all want to come out to me for a relationship. This shit don't make sense. At what point is the government don't give a fuck about the missing people?
Nope.
Because guess what they gonna do? They gonna keep operating how they operate. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. If people can look on my page, I've been talking about the girl in Chicago, Kiara Cole, the postal worker that went missing shit 2-3 years ago. That Chicago just said, fuck it. They don't. The girl family say they call her ask for updates on the investigation. They asking her, has she heard anything? Right. If you fucking doing the investigation, why you asking me, have I heard something? Why do I gotta call y'all and remind y'all that my daughter missing?
You know, Vi, it's easy to throw a smoke screen over the top of an issue because now I want somebody to forget about the issue. But a lot of times, man, especially when you stay grounded, the issue don't do nothing but keep going through your head. Like, damn, what's going on right here? But the one thing I'll say, and it's kind of damaging, is in the Black community, we don't have no follow through. And I'm gonna give you the best example. Since Trayvon, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor, since the people been found guilty, that guy got found guilty for George Floyd, what else have we attempted to protest for or change?
No laws, no nothing. And if I'm gonna tell y'all something though, and this is in Dana J, my boy Malik can attest. I always talk about being able to, and I'm sure Dana can attest to the same shit because he lived in Baltimore now in Atlanta, me living in Louisiana, living in Minnesota, the difference in the culture, the makeup of the community, everything. Where I come from a community where the community raised the children. That means when I say the community raised the children, that means if I'm down the street at the neighbor house cussing or fighting, they mama come outside, whoop my ass, take me to my mama, say he was down there cussing, fighting, and guess what my mama do? Thank you for bringing them to me. I'm finna get another ass whooping. That dynamic of the black community anyway has went a fucking way to now people don't even want you saying shit to their kids. And if you see their kid get snatched up, shit, now you got people being quiet because you can't even, our parents aren't even approachable no more. And that's the problem. You can't say nothing to these kids because if you say something to the kids for being disrespectful, the mama defending the damn child other than putting the child in their place.
Okay. Now, with that being said, since the guilty verdict, what else have we passionately started to protest for to get some kind of change?
I mean, you got people out here that's going in sitting like in my little where I'm from, rather the shit that I know that I started a little program with some guys where I'm from to where we go back to the little town I'm in Louisiana, and we go and speak before the kids and try to put in a curriculum to take these kids out of this little town and show them what we're putting together for the future. We want to be able to get a school bus. Most of us got CDLs. We understand. We've been looking at everything we gotta have, passenger endorsement, and we gonna get bus or a charter bus and try to take these kids out of these little towns and take them around the places and see different things and show them that it's more to life than this just feeling like you're gonna graduate, then you gotta come right back into the same community that's holding you down. A lot of shit it's just gonna take more than one person, more than two people. That's why I titled this live unity in our community. It's gotta be across the board. It gotta be worldwide that we have to be the people to get out and demand the change. Okay. We can't do shit amongst each other.
Now watch this.
Me as an individual, you as an individual, my brother Dana, my brother Chopping It Up TV. Individually, we can think about a lot of different things that we want to put forward. But what can we achieve as an individual? When you going out here, you have people nowadays don't even want to entertain change. They don't even want to entertain the thought of changing.
Okay, now that's why I said since. Let me tell you what they have done now. And I wish Dana didn't drop off. Here's what the media has done now to make everybody forget about the verdict and what's really going on out here. Chop it up. You ready?
I'm ready.
The new talk is Deion Sanders takes Jackson State from the bottom to the top of the HBCU trade. Deion Sanders is now the spokesperson for all that. Think about it. Deion went from not being on TV. You see Deion on Aflac commercials. Who you see him with? Nick Saban. Who is Nick Saban? Think about it. They have totally got black folk off their kilter. The talk this year in the NFL draft, 4 people from HBCUs have drafted to the league.
4 people.
4. They have totally rewritten the script.
But see, I don't. With that draft shit that's been going on, I watch it, but I don't really watch it like that. But I've been paying attention to them dropping these charges in the Jixley Maxwell court case. I mean, everybody stuck on the draft, but then behind the draft, they doing a whole bunch of other shit in the courthouse.
Smoke screen.
Hey, big homie. They doing the same shit. What it is they want you to see some other shit.
Mm.
Me and you talk all the time about smoke screens and finessing and all these different terminologies for folks to get over.
Mm.
But when you go down to it be right there in our face. Pardon me. That's like when I was in the spot today playing my numbers. The old man said, yo, you do realize that the news that you see is a day old.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I said, because the other day I was hearing about the American who got killed in Ukraine, but I think that shit happened Monday. He was like, you know what I mean? I said, they've been talking about that all week as if it was fresh news. He was like, man, that shit happened Monday. But you know what you don't hear no more about? Is Brittany Griner still in the custody of Russia?
Right. You Russian. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey man, I don't think I think that issue right there, in Russia, Ukraine, I don't think that's none of our business anyway. Period.
But and then it goes to show you when you got a fucking president that's standing on the goddamn stage giving a speech and fucking forgetting what the fuck he was saying, fucking giving air handshakes to a motherfucker. Ain't nobody on the stage but him. Like, man, the state of the state of the union, man, it's so weak. And this is, I mean, for me, it always come back when I think about it. Me being a young man that I am, to come back and think about, like, in my lifetime that I've lived, this short time, man, why have it been so hard? We continue to satisfy the oppressor by doing things by operating in a fashion that they want us to operate in. And earlier in the live, I was talking about how this shit go on with Charlie Sheen. You don't hear nothing from those people, that community. Epstein, nothing from that community. Weinstein, nothing from that group of people. And soon it came Michael Jackson, man, he fucking a little boy. Bill Cosby, man, he raped the bitch. R. Kelly, man, he been fucking with a little girl. That's the difference in us and them. Man, we tear each other down so bad to the point to where even though we had a chance of being innocent, the people that's trying to take us, they say, well, damn, his own community don't give a fuck about them. Shit, that makes it easy for us to do away with them. We sitting here looking and watching this R. Kelly shit while this lawyer then proved over 50 damn infractions with the government with how this man is being treated and incarcerated. And what they do, we still gonna keep him locked up. Don't want to give him a retrial. None of this shit. And the only reason why they're able to do that shit is because our people are not coming together, standing up, demanding these motherfuckers to do it the right way.
R. Kelly, like I said to you, is a victim of circumstance. He like that play in the NFL. Chop it up. If I smack your helmet and you smack my helmet, who the referee always see? It's always
the last person.
And that's
the last person.
And that's what happened with Kelly.
It's never the person who hit past the league first to get caught. It's always the motherfucker who responds.
That's why I said, and I was telling Dana, he should have never did that interview on Gayle King. Never.
He needed that interview on Gayle King. People have really you got to go sit back and dissect that interview. And like we always say, you got to take your feelings and emotions out of it and just listen to the interview for the rawness in the interview. Wow. The man answered everything that they asked him to answer. Gayle King, the way that she talked, when you listening to a person who interviewed this man from a guilty perspective, she never gave him the benefit of the doubt of even being innocent.
This part I see where you're coming from. But let's be clear. You getting up with the sound bite of beating on your chest like Denzel in Training Day, got you right there.
Hey, but if you ain't passionate about your own freedom or your own innocence, I don't understand it. I get upset if a motherfucker blaming me for some shit I ain't did. I get pissed off if somebody blame me for some shit I ain't did. That's me. When I'm right, hey, look, chopped up TV. I'm like this. When I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
That's right.
Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
All right, okay, Big Boy, check it out. I'm gonna ask both of y'all at the same time. If you Denzel Washington, out of all of your body of work, are you really wondering why you got the goddamn Oscar for Training Day and not for Malcolm X?
Shit, Malcolm John Q was better than Malcolm X, man.
Not for Glory. We talking about the work of over 25 films, and you get the Oscar because you said King Kong ain't got shit on me. Come on, son.
Yeah.
The one time he played a villain, you give him the most highest honor as an actor versus everything else he's done.
That's how. You gotta look at. Who he's surrounded by. He's surrounded by them, and this is the way how they shaped our culture. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just take it for instance. Look at their neighborhoods and look at our neighborhood. Just like y'all said earlier, you got gun stores, pawn shops, liquor stores on every corner in the neighborhood. Look at that. Do you see that over there in the neighborhood?
Hell no.
Nothing like that. So this is why we are shaped as a community, our culture like this. But I'm not going to use that for an excuse because we have equal opportunities now, I think, allegedly. But but this is when we are faced with this type of community, this is going to bring about the R. Kellys, the disconnected family, separation, kids growing up with tight pants on. This is what's going to come about that. Period.
Man.
And now we're at a time now is like it's not common to see a man with passion if he's not on the football field or the basketball court or in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? We don't resonate with a person being passionate about something. You know what I'm saying? So now when we displaying ourselves or we showing emotion, for a man to show emotion nowadays is almost you guilty or something.
Yeah. Or weak.
Or you weak. It's not. People don't say, "Oh, you just a man." You know what I'm saying? Or you, because now the stigma that's attached to men now is that, "Oh, you so tough," or "You so hard." You know what I'm saying? And they think that that's how you gotta be, but hell no, that's not how I be. Man, it gets hard. As a man, I'm saying this shit from big body. Being a man in this goddamn country ain't easy. Being a man in this world ain't easy to me. Especially when you got children, you got people depending on you. It ain't easy being a man in this world.
Right.
Shit gets frustrating, especially when you doing everything you can do to get ahead and you study finding yourself falling behind.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? I think some of the men don't even know how to be a man, especially in our community. As we gotta go back. Single home parents. Most of these young men are raised by their mothers, and the father was absent. So it's kind of hard for that young man to grow up. He's gonna grow up to be a man, but is he gonna have the mindset of a man because he's raised by his mother? It's gonna be difficult for him in the world because the father was absent. So it's a lot of men running around here, but really don't know how to be a man.
And choices, man. And like I tell people, even in that aspect, I grew up like that. My mama, my grandma, but at the same time, the caliber of women back in the day compared to the caliber of women now that are having kids, is so far. Man, the gap is so big it don't even make sense.
Right.
You mothers like my grandma didn't play. Man, I used to call. I'm gonna tell you this. And the thing I call my mama, I used to call my mama the general.
Mm.
My mama was hard as fuck on me to the point to where when I became an adult, I had to go and have a conversation with my mama and tell her, I thank you for everything you did when I was growing up. Because at the time growing up, I didn't understand why she was so hard on me. But I look at myself, knock on wood, 30 plus years, man. I've been out since being an adult. I've been able to be an adult. I've been able to be a man since becoming an adult. And a lot of the shit that my mom used to get on my ass about, a lot of them sayings she used to say, a lot of them quotes she used to tell me, and I used to think she was just blowing smoke up her ass. Guess what? A lot of that shit that came to fruition. Yeah. I had to call my mom and tell her, I remember that time you told me this shit. And the most important thing is you don't know how hard it is until you start to have kids of your own and one of them grow up and disrespect you.
Mm.
Then you will understand why I'm so hard on you. My mama demanded respect and she got it. But everybody's not going to take to being raised by a woman alone. I took it. And when I became an adult, I understood it. And one thing I always wanted to do, I always just wanted to make my mom proud. And no matter what it was that I did, I just wanted to do something that would make my mama proud. That's it. I said I knew the bad shit. One thing we hear in the black household is prison. You go to jail or you end up dead. You hear that shit going up when you turn about 11, 12 years old. That's the conversation. We all hear. Mm-hmm. The choices you make can either get you killed or in jail. So you be the person to say, you have to be mindful of the choices and decisions that you make once you start becoming an adult. And like I say, man, it took me a while to get it together, but when I got it together, I had it. When I got it together, I understood it. And I had to let my mom know, like, hey, a lot of that stuff you used to tell me, man, I done seen some of it come true. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, the mothers, they not trying to raise the kid. If a mama right now got an 11, 12-year-old child and she got another about 5 or 6, guess who the babysitter is?
Who? Grandma.
The 12-year-old. The 12-year-old, grandma clubbing with the mama. Ooh. The fucking child watching it. The child is raising the big brother or the big sister is raising the little brother or the little sister. Mm. Then the mama getting home. Why this ain't done? Why this ain't did? Well, you got a fucking child watching another child, expecting this child to do chores and all this other different shit. This is the shit that I see. This is shit that I've seen. Mm. How can you put that type of pressure on a child?
That's true. That's true.
But people don't like to have them type of conversations. They don't like to address the shit that go on. And this is our community. It happens in other communities. You see them people, you go in them other neighborhoods, them people don't even lock their doors. They ain't got strings up on their windows. They kids running in their house on the block. The kid, hey, I'm running to the store. I'm leaving Johnny here. Goddamn Johnny out there doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It happens in other
communities,
but it only get noticed in the black community because you have parents that go out to the club. I remember a couple while back, the woman out at the goddamn club and her motherfucking house on fire with the kids in that motherfucker.
Yeah. And let me tell you, not to cut you off, let me tell you something. I lived on both sides of the track. You know what I'm saying? In the hood and in the suburbs. Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's a lot of drugs selling over there, but let me tell you something about the other side. These suburb folks do way more drugs than we do. They do way more drugs than we do. Our typical drug is what? Cocaine, mostly crack, or
You know,
heroin, or
weed.
little X pills, whatever. Them, they doing Oxycontin, they doing
Mel,
heroin, speed,
Lortel,
they doing everything.
Mel, ice, goddamn fentanyl. They on it
Yeah,
all, man.
they do it all, and they buying it
You
all. They don't
see,
care what you got.
hey, you see the law, the crime laws only change when the drugs start to affect their community more than it affects our community. Because
Right.
people weren't getting time for prescription pills or over the counter, the what they call it now, with the pill, opioid. They started a whole opioid epidemic behind white folks overdosing off the pill.
Mm. Mm. Let me ask you this question, and you too, brother. How many black cops do you see in the white neighborhood?
I see a bunch of them.
In the white neighborhood?
Yeah.
Let me ask you another question. How many black cops do you see shoot a white person?
How many black cops have I seen shoot a white person?
Have to shoot a white person. If they breaking the law.
White folk different.
Ask the question though. Wait. This is yes. How many black officers that you have to see, to have to fire on?
No. Let me explain to you why they different. Before y'all think I'm crossing over, I've examined that situation. No.
Let's go.
I keep it all the way 1,000. Now, white folk totally different. So when it comes down to blacks shooting whites, the one thing that white folk understand that blacks don't understand is it ain't that motherfucker serious.
What?
Because anything can be resolved.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Listen to me. You ain't gotta wait. Tell them, I'm gonna give it right to you. The average black person that get pulled over by a white cop, the first thing he want to do is grandstand. He grandstand. Yo, fucking bitch, why you pull me over? Fucking crack ass cop. He all
Boy, you ain't seen a white motherfucker get pulled over? You couldn't see the white motherfucker get pulled over.
Shit.
Man, I don't know, man. I kind of gotta disagree with you on that, bro, because you gotta look at the scales. It is more black civilians getting shot by white cops more than white civilians getting shot by black cops.
Okay. More than whites are even being pulled over by black cops. A black cop is scared is for his goddamn life pulling over a white person, man.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know why you think that.
Shit, because man, if the shit go down the way it go down once, it's gonna be responded. It's gonna be responded to totally.
And he gonna lose his job.
Yeah.
Hey, I keep telling you.
Prime example.
Where you from, Chop It Up?
Huh?
Where you from, Chop It Up?
Houston, Texas.
Okay, I'm from Baltimore.
I could tell.
The home of the wire. The home of the corrupt gun task force. Yo, listen. Black cops here, they gonna do their job. White cops here gonna do their job. It just so happened when white cops pull blacks over, niggas get paranoid fast.
Mm-hmm.
I done been in the car dead wrong. It's how you talk when they approach your car.
That's true. That's true.
Or
the first response.
But if I come off, if you're a cop, you're a white cop, and you pull me over, and I come off aggressive,
mm.
I gave you the green way now to be aggressive.
Mm.
What's gonna make you come off aggressive?
But how about this?
Most black civilians don't know their law. They don't know the law. That's why most of these officers do what they do.
But how about this now? This prime example now. We going back to Minnesota.
Let's go.
So The first officer to get charged in an officer-involved shooting was a black officer from Minnesota. They charged the man and found him guilty for shooting the woman. The woman, now this is the story. The lady called and say she hears something around the house. Officer come out, black guy, Caucasian lady. The black guy tells the woman, go inside. I'm going to take a look around the house. Word. She had already told the officer that she hears shit around the house.
Mm-hmm.
So the officer going around the house with his flashlight looking. Guess what the damn white woman does?
What?
This motherfucker come back out the door and go around the house the other way. I don't know what the fuck she was trying to do.
Oh.
The officer told her, the officer announced himself. He kept hearing I guess he kept hearing the footsteps. He shot. Just so happened he shot. And guess who the fuck he shot?
The woman.
The white woman that he told to go in the damn house. Lock the black dude ass right up.
Did he have those cameras on it? You know, the
body camera, everything. They said there was negligence.
And everything was recorded?
Man, they said it was negligent. They just reduced the dude's sentence about last year sometime. They found this man guilty, man. But the dude that killed Philando Castile walked.
Or Trayvon Barton. Wait. Let me ask y'all this question. Why is Zimmerman still walking on Earth free?
Because man, that motherfucker he part of the Klan, man, and proud to say it.
See, this the part when we supposed to take matter into our own hands and keep our mouth closed.
But that's not. I ain't no niggas ain't willing to sacrifice shit for the next person. Like people got mad, like I was saying yesterday, people got mad with Kanye West. And one thing, I got mad at Kanye West and said this motherfucker stupid, lost his mind too. But I really had to sit down and really had to just think and take some things into consideration. Maybe his way of saying it wasn't the best way. But if you think about slavery, when you got 100 motherfuckers out in this field and you only got 2 straw bosses on the horse, who got the power?
The 2 on the horse.
How? When you got 100 motherfuckers in the field.
Because I already got you. I already got your mind. See, here's the part that be missing. Slavery ain't a physical thing. It's never been a physical thing.
No, it's
always been mental.
It used to be a physical thing, but it turned into
it's never been mental. It's always been mental.
Nah, it was physical. It was a lot of fucking. Why you think a lot of this started?
It started out physical first.
Okay, you think so?
I mean, did they say how you think they got him over here? How you think they got him over here? When they got him over here, that's when they start putting that Willie Lynch, mental thing in.
If you remember in Roots, right?
I'm listening.
What was his name at first?
Something. He
called himself Shaka Zulu. Then he hit him and made him call himself Leroy. He got to that mind.
But how did he get to the mind? With physical force?
That's right. He got to his mind.
But how?
Through physical force first. Because the physical force was bringing our ass over here.
Got to that mind.
Because once you take a man out of his environment and put into another environment that he don't know nothing about, he has to
succumb.
He has to what's the word I'm looking for? He has to convert.
He got to adapt. He got to adapt to their way of living.
That's right.
You ain't gonna adapt to die, man. And I say it like this though. at some point, our people, you got more people who willing to sacrifice their life for the United States than sacrifice their life for their own race.
That's right.
And that's how it is with us, man. That's simple. They took the black man, they buck. Where you think all this homosexuality shit come from? Buck breaking.
Let's go.
They take the masculine man, put him in front of all his family, all the people on the plantation, the white man doing something in front of everybody to show you this big, strong black man getting fucking molested by a grown man. Like a lot of that shit, it was meant they mentally fucked their mind with aggression.
Yeah.
Told you that.
But look what they did to fuck their mind. They used a force of power. So yeah, they fucked their mind, but they didn't do it just by talking to them and telling them some shit.
That's
Chop
right.
the head and the body shall follow.
Hanging them in a tree in front of their motherfucking family, castrating them, cutting their nuts off in front of everybody. That's physical force.
That's right.
Cutting your nuts off wasn't part of slavery. Cutting your nuts off.
That wasn't slavery, man. That was man, look, I watched so much slavery shit, and I seen people that was living during these times and telling their stories. They say, well, the motherfucker didn't want to act right and didn't want to listen to the white man to get him, hang him in front of his family and castrate him right there in front of everybody.
Ooh. What brother in the middle? What did you say? What they cut the balls off for?
Reproduction.
And don't let the white woman come up pregnant and have a black baby. All the niggas in trouble.
I just said
but look, that was happening though. It was going down. It was going down. I mean, the light-skinned people in the highs and the dark-skinned folks in the fields. That's how it was. So that light-skinned brother was knocking out the master's wife while she was out there working.
And there's all of that shit that's been going on for all of these generations and decades and centuries that has caused the black community to still to this day not know how to unify.
Right.
Not true.
We still haven't found one reason to come together for a common purpose.
We got a whole lot of reasons.
For the wrong shit.
It's a whole lot of reasons.
Yes, a lot of reasons, but you got people who are because I got a problem with Malik, and Malik, we both like the same shit, but I got a problem with him, so I ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Me and Chop It Up got a problem. We like the same shit. We stand for the same thing, but I don't like his homeboy, so I ain't fucking with it.
Right.
This is the mentality. I don't care about all the other shit. I challenge the mentality of our people, the thinking of our people, the way that we move, the way that we operate. The little shit that causes us to not make a difference in this fucking world is as simple as us disliking somebody.
And not only that, it's so much blood been spilled and so much disloyal cheating, so much of that been going on for so many years. It's kind of hard to communicate because it's like the Crips and the Blood, for example. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for them to really like be one nation, one because there's so much blood been spilled. But they not going back on how did this start? How did this start? You got the good. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's fucked up though. It's more fucked up than it is good, man. And I always just try to look at the common purpose. But even
they call it the Willie Litt syndrome.
And when we do have something good going about, and we do have a good movement going, guess who infiltrates them? They always want to say the white man infiltrates the movement. No, it be the niggas from the inside. Man, you look at the fucking Fred Hampton story, man, the government would have never, they probably would have had to use a different tactic to kill Fred Hampton, but they used a nigga to kill him, man. A nigga set him up. A motherfucker he trusted.
Mm.
And I'm not familiar.
If you ain't watching Fred Hampton, if you ain't watched Fred Hampton documentary, man, you missed. And it's Chicago shit.
I need to watch that.
Chicago government took a dude. I'm gonna tell you, the nigga got caught committing another crime. He didn't want to do his time. He turned into an informant.
Ooh.
They planted him inside the Black Panther Party. Fred Hampton made him a chairman of the firearms, the weapons and shit. Man, he straight sold Black Panthers out, man.
Oh wow.
The black man got paid to set Fred Hampton up and kill, and he came out talking about it, and he ended up killing his fucking self because he couldn't deal with his fucking conscience, man.
I remember that. I seen that movie. That was crazy.
What was the name of the movie?
Fred Hampton. It's called
what was it called? Damn, what
Black
was it called?
Messiah. Judas the Black Messiah.
There you go.
Oh, okay. You know what? That shit was a little slow to me. Okay.
That shit was crazy, man. That was crazy, man.
Shit, when you dig deep into Martin Luther King shit, you'll see how many black motherfuckers had something to do with him getting killed. Motherfucker, wasn't no goddamn white folks that killed that motherfucker.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's our people. Only people can take down a movement that we create is our people, man. So when we come together, we are forced to be reckoned with. But guess what?
About that. You right about that. Check this. Let's use Black Lives Matter for example. Who started it? The two girls. That's what they is.
But they operated. The owner of that shit, George Soros. It's a white man using black people to push his agenda.
Yeah, but look who gave up the highest position. Who started the Black Lives Matter, and then used the money to go buy her 2 islands in Belize and buy her 3.5 or something million houses.
She got her locked up in trouble right now.
Who's that?
That black lady from Black Lives Matter bought her mama a house, all type of shit.
We ain't talking about our little house. We talking about 3.5 million type shit.
But look at what the brother going through right now. This damn stupid motherfucker that was gonna open up the Margaret Garvey School and they didn't. You know who I'm talking about, Malik? What's the dude name? He was supposed to open up a school called the Marcus Garvey.
Oh yeah. They shut down all his donations. The
motherfucker lying on his goddamn taxes and shit like he wouldn't get donations from people and all type of shit. But people, and what caught him up was the people who were donating to his school, they was using donations as tax write-off, and he was filing that he hadn't got no money from these people. Got his stupid ass shit down.
But where's the school though? He's been trying to build this school for years.
Man, I'm finna tell you what the nigga name is right now. I can't think of it right now.
It's something Johnson. Dr. Omar Johnson.
Yeah, Omar Johnson. Yeah, Dr. Omar Johnson. Yeah. Him. He just got busted for taking advantage of black folk. See, that's what we do to our own people, man. Motherfucker don't care about you. They only care about what you can give.
Clearly.
What you like to donate?
We fuck ourselves over.
That's why I got good friends like Believe.
He ain't the only one though. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Look at P. Diddy.
Yeah. Them boys from Making the Band talking about them boys coming out talking about the type of money that P. Diddy made off them and giving them $500,000 to split between 6 people.
Yeah.
And he making over 52 million.
And P was on the one with the dreads who came out and spoke out against P. Diddy recently. Me and my boy interviewed him on dude from out of New York. I can't think of it. He's part of the Kwame Brown circle, and he was just telling us, man, like he only seen 10,000 of that or 20.
Man, it's all bad.
Yeah,
It's all bad.
they say Diddy a shyster.
Oh yeah, they said Diddy came up off of the back of them. But you know what though? Like I always say, man, God sits high and looks low, bro. You can do shit that you may feel like you getting away with it right now, and it's gonna be in your darkest moments, man. Is when those things that you did 10, 15 years ago gonna come back to tap you on your shoulder and say, hey, you remember you took, you know, I need you to pay that back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit that you may have took 100 10 years ago, but that 100 may cost you 2,000 in the next 10 years.
Boy.
But see, a lot of times, man, that's why I said when you want that shit instant come with a cost.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of folks don't factor in the cost.
But let me tell you something. Not to cut you off. A lot of it is not their fault because most of these producers, these big time, they go find talent, but they also go find the ones that don't know about business with talent. And that's why they so eager to sign this deal, this 360 deal, because they come from the slum. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come in this business not knowing nothing. So you can't just really blame the artists. You gotta really blame the producers because they not educating them about the business. All they tell them is sign here and throw them in the studio.
Well, I don't blame the artist. I blame the producer because if you think about it, if you know Lil Johnny coming from shit and you know that he admired that 600 bands, you already know where Lil Johnny mind at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's up to you if you're going to fuck him over and capitalize on his lack of mind or if you're going to help and watch him mature.
Mm.
But, you know, like they say, and I can't knock Diddy because I really wasn't there. I guess when you look at it from his perspective and you portray that role that you know what you're doing, it's only so much a man going to keep trying his hand at teaching you. If all you keep doing is rebelling and bucking.
Yeah, but I knock him because look at his history. Look at his history of how many people he done screwed over. Now Mace just recently came out on his ass.
Also we gotta look at this though, chop it up. And this is like Tim Malik earlier said, what are we doing different? This is why we have to understand. This is why we gotta ask our if and this is how I'm gonna hold a grown person accountable. If you grown as hell and you want to be a rapper, why the fuck aren't you educating yourself on rap shit, deals, contracts, rap contract language, any of that shit that you gonna have to deal with paperwork? You need to be educating yourself on. You have to name your price before you get started.
Especially
like Dave Chappelle said, his dad told him, you name your price before you get into this industry shit. Because you don't want to get in this industry and these people, you overachieve, and guess what? They're not gonna give you what you're worth.
Right.
Because if you say I'll take $1 million cut, see, that's why a lot of people they got mad at Ice Cube about the first Friday. The movie, they only got paid $2,500, $5,000, this little bit of money because Cube didn't expect the movie to do what it did.
Right.
But I still feel like Cube, if you gave these people $2,500, $5,000 for their roles in the movie overachieved, I feel it's on Cube to compensate them people accordingly. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. I agree.
I understand that part of it, but if you a rapper and you out here signing fucked up contracts as an adult, that's on your dumb ass.
And he getting all the royalties.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see why Chris your boy did come back. Had to get your boy whatchamacallit. Who did the
Chris
first
Tucker.
smoke at first?
Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker went to Rush Hour and started fucking with Jackie Chan, getting 20, 30 million a movie. Shit, he wouldn't ever come back to fry.
I couldn't be mad at him for that though.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Hold on.
But Cube ain't see it that way at first.
No, and I understand that part. Like, I was telling people, I understand that you don't think the movie, you didn't think the movie would do as well as it did. But when the movie did well, why not compensate them people? You get what I'm saying? Go back and throw them people a little bit more, man. But Spoon, he probably did take care of Spoon. He probably took care of because Day was in 2 of the Fridays. He probably took care of them people, after that, on the next 2 movies. But that first movie, none of them Fridays, well, I ain't gonna say none of them. The first Friday was good, and that Friday after the next, boy, that motherfucker had me rolling, boy. But the last one they did was pretty good too. So I believe he straightened the business up. But and a lot of that shit, we want to be mad at people for bad business dealing, but you sign your name on these fucked up contracts. If you not sure, take the contract and go take it to a lawyer. Take the contract to your mama if she can read. Take it to your daddy. Take it to somebody that can help you understand this language to where you don't be signing no fucked up deal.
See, I don't think it went like that with Cube, especially with Mike Epps. I think Mike Epps was just trying to get on so bad.
I think Mike Epps got paid because he was in the next Friday, in the Friday after next. So, like I say, I think he straightened the business out, but a lot of people was talking about like John Witherspoon and Bernie Mac and them was talking about, how they didn't really make money off the first one though. But I think he fixed it along, down the road. He compensated them well for, but we didn't see Smokey in the, Smokey we got that Rush Hour check, man.
Yeah. We would have got that money.
Hey,
ain't mad at him.
That motherfucking Jackie Chan money was guaranteed.
Hell yeah, up front.
Jackie Chan a real dude, man. I mean, to be Asian, he real.
Not to mention that Jackie Chan money was long.
That's a whole different demographic of people.
So it's a difference in you got long, good, clean money versus potential to growth money. I think I'd have been Jackie Chan in it too like a motherfucker, but it's all in where you at. It takes me to when you talk about the community, you can't help motherfuckers get on no more.
No.
Folks don't want you to be like, well, yo, come on by the office. I'm gonna see what I can do for you. I'm gonna make a couple calls. Folks now like, yo, Vi, you made it out there. What's up, yo? What you got for me? What you mean what I got for you? Yo, you ain't got nothing for me? What you mean? And Kevin Hart said it best. Kevin Hart say, man, you know what? I hate to say this. He say, but the more money I get, the easier it is for me to say no.
Damn.
He said, because, I'm out here earning a living. He said, but motherfucker don't realize I can't keep helping you and you not helping yourself.
Right.
You just want me to I'm going to keep going to work for you and my family? Hell no.
What's going on, brother Lonzo?
Salute, what's
Salute.
going on, what's going on to the gentleman in the panel and everyone watching? I was scrolling through the YouTube streets. I got to be quick because I'm waiting on a business call. But I heard the gentleman mention something about Jackie Chan money and clean money and dirty money, and folks putting people on. And you mentioned Kevin Hart. I'm sorry, I don't have the full context. Like I said, I just hopped in. But we're also speaking about unity in the community and putting people on. And one thing that bothers me, I work in the insurance and finance industry. And, I used to hang out in Bed-Stuy by Risley Den Project. And one of my mans had a 3-summer run of Nicks and Sour Diesel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how real I can keep it up here, how PC, yes, I'm a financial professional, and yes, I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I know some people get turned off by that, but it is what it is. Trust me, dudes on Wall Street are blowing lines of cocaine on a daily basis, so smoking weed should be the least of your concerns. But my issue was this. I used to go to these dudes and I buy a half ounce at a time. So $100 worth of weed, usually once a week, once every 2 weeks. And these dudes, I would say, yo, listen, there's no retirement account in the hood. Why don't you take $100 a month and put it away in an IRA? I'll help you. Okay? Oh, no, that sounds like some for a job. I'm El Chapo in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the problem. And everyone can go do this right now. Go to Google, and that's my call. Hold on really quick. Well, I'll call her back. Hold on. You can literally go to Google and type in the words Colombian cocaine cartel life insurance. You'll find a December 10th, 2002 article that says new hiding place for drug profits, life insurance, where the 5 members of the Colombian cocaine cartel got caught hiding $80 million of drug money in life insurance policies. And I can't get those from the hood to spend $100 a month, but we always getting our top pops. But things like money laundering, we don't have people everybody is trying to be the guy who cooks or sells the cocaine, but nobody is putting themselves in a position to be the attorney or, the crooked cop or the financial professional who helps the fucking, foundation launder money. Not everybody can be the coke dealer. But listen, I gotta get going. I'll come back if I can. Let me make this business call and get back with y'all.
Yeah, come on back, brother. You dropping some jewels, that man.
No doubt.
You just gonna drop some jewels and leave. That's cold blooded.
No, I look. I got something for him though.
Talk about that life insurance all the time.
Hey,
Listen, man, the reason I got into it 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mother in a Trey 4. That's Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's why I'm about to change my page to About That Life Insurance and Finances podcast, because I know a lot of folks follow anything financial. And right now, Alonzo Hardy, All-Star Advisor, not everybody knows it's financial. So I might change it to About That Life Insurance and Finance podcast, because you know what? I got a couple minutes before I just got the text back from the lady, so I could call her back in like 15 minutes. So I got a couple minutes.
All right, well, boss man, listen to me. Here's the one thing I want you to realize.
Yes, sir.
You got folks that sell dope and who understand that dope sells itself. You got folks that think they sell dope and don't understand that dope sells itself. So you trying to get them to put $100 up, they not thinking past go. And I want you to be mindful of 2 things. Sometimes let a motherfucker stay at the starting block because you can't change their mentality. See, they looking at you as the guy that's coming to cop from them when they don't realize that the average motherfucker smoke weed got a lot of smarts. So see, sometimes you gotta leave a motherfucker at the starting block. See, you can't give everything to everybody. That's why I like certain things. And I wanted to hear what you was going to say. Because you made a whole lot of sense. That's just like a lot of people talk about a lot of things. And on YouTube, Instagram, folks were still like, yo, Jay-Z said that hold their money to your ears whack. I said, if you think about it, the nigga told you having chains is cool, but more important is lawyer fees 20 years ago. And you still got niggas out here throwing in bricks and then got lawyer fees. So, yo, as you obtain knowledge or you hustle on whatever level you hustle on, even if it's your 9 to 5, your 6 to 3, your 8 to 2, whatever it is, it's all a hustle. You got to be mindful that people want to grow. Everybody just don't want to be goddamn employee all they life. Some folks want to grow. Some folks are happy being told what to do. That's all they want to do. And no offense, hey, Va, take out the trash, mow the lawn, I'll see you in an hour. Okay. And he look forward to every day you saying the same thing. Now, Big Va on here, hey, man, look, I'm going to leave these directives right here for you to disseminate to the staff. Let me see your supervisor skills. Okay, got you, boss. See the difference? You got motherfuckers who don't want shit. But the first thing they do is say, man, I can't get ahead. My motherfucking job is dead end. Motherfucker been trying to get you ahead for years. You just want to continue being a bum. Ain't no coolness in being a bum.
I get you, and I definitely understand what you're saying about people mentality and leaving them where they are, right? But I ain't get shot 5 times for no reason, right? So I look at that and I'm like, all right.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why'd you get shot?
So I was kicking up dust in the tray for selling weed and working at Wendy's.
So now you converted your life around. You paid for whatever you did to get shot, be it whatever. You came to an understanding with that situation, right?
Yes.
So why are you harping on it?
Because there are other people who I don't want to have to go through those situations.
Listen. Once you came cool with it and you've given it forgiveness, it's over. Follow a guy on YouTube called Wallow 267. Him and Gilly the Kid got a show called $1 Million Worth of Games. A dude killed his brother in a robbery while he was locked up in jail. His brother dies in his nana's arms. And along the way, while Wallow doing his 20-year bit, he has a conversation with himself. And he decides to forgive the motherfucker that killed his brother. You know how deep of a conversation you got to have with yourself to totally let it go? And his reasoning was, if I didn't let it go, upon me hitting the streets, guess what was going to happen?
Oh, yeah, it's going to get clear.
He said, revenge. He said, here's the funniest thing about revenge. Nobody ever wins in the game of revenge. Nobody. He said, because that shit going to keep going on and on and on and on.
Right.
He said, but as a grown-up, I sat down, I conversated with myself, I talked to myself, I answered myself, I had a spiritual conversation with the God of my understanding, and I made a grown-ass man decision to forgive that man.
Mm-hmm.
And going forward, I got to be here for my nieces, my nephews, my brother, my cousin, my family. I'm more important here than gone, incarcerated. I'm more important here than dead. Yeah.
Let me ask the brother the question. Now you said you explained to us how you got shot and how, and then you're going to say like you don't want to see people that go through that. What are you doing to for people who won't have to go through that?
He didn't tell him about the reason why you got into the life insurance, because he didn't have life insurance.
Right. So, like I said, I'm from the Northeast, right? New Haven, Connecticut. Okay. But when I got shot, I was in the tray full. And my mother, like I said, saw this happen to me 3 days before Mother's Day. However, when I asked her, like the rest of it, how would you take my body from North Carolina to Connecticut to get buried in the funeral and have all this money and all this other stuff? She had no answers. fast forward a few years, I became a top salesman at Macy's, saw a commercial for Aflac. And when I got into the business itself and I learned the ins and outs, you know, and started seeing stuff, like I said, if you look at that article and seeing people who try to live a certain lifestyle because, you know, that's what we think we got to be because 50 Cent and Lil Wayne said so. But like I said, we don't see the other side of this, right? And so it takes people like myself, like a lot of this stuff, we don't even, it seems boring, right? The big thing right now is everybody's teaching Bitcoin and the buzzword investing, but they don't even understand how it works, right? They'll tell you things like, oh, buy term, invest the difference. But they won't tell you something about what's called being an accredited investor. If somebody can't afford a $300 a month life insurance policy, they can't afford to invest. In order to invest, the minimum amount you can actually invest is $10,000. Plus, you
$1,000.
have to have the risk tolerance. Most people don't have the risk tolerance to lose $10,000. So investing is nonsense, but it sounds cool. So a lot of people want to get into it. But it takes financial professionals, especially the Black ones, to actually not only just, like you said, what am I doing to help kind of avoid people from, you know, experiencing what I experienced. Number one is I'm being a living example. And that's why I tell my story. Yo, listen, I was running the streets, right? You look at me, everybody, oh, you don't look like the type. And that's great. But the reason behind that is, listen, I've gone through some things, I've reformed myself. So I want to give people the example. Yes, there might be that dichotomy of, listen, while I'm young and growing up, I got to be the hood dude because all the chicks like the thugged out dude with the 15 chains and the Mercedes Benz with 300,000 miles. But, you know, it's still a Benz logo at the end of the day, right? But we don't understand, you know, that, like, I equated life insurance to different classes of Mercedes Benzes, right? So I was like, well, an A class is a term policy, an S class is an investment grade life policy. And then this one girl was like, yeah, but who goes to the dealership to buy a Benz? And like you said, the mentality. But it takes them having somebody who looks like them, who has a different mentality for them to even see that there's something else out there. Right? And to see that there's the availability to get to it. Not everybody's going to be 50 cents. Some of them are going to be 25 cents like me and get shot half as many times. You know?
True.
So,
It's true.
Absolutely, but a lot of the shit that we talk about on here is needed to be talked about, and like I like the realness, I like the reality, I like real life situations. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that we can think about happening, but what really matters is what really happened. The shit that actually took place. You know, we can resonate, we can relate to shit that didn't actually happen. You know what I'm saying? So when we get on these panels, I like to have people on these panels who talk about, we ain't talking about shit that we guessing on or, you know, thinking about. We talking about everybody have a story to tell. Everybody comes from different walks of life. And guess what? We all can put our different stories together. Guess what? We resonate with somebody. If somebody want to hear what Malik got to say, if somebody want to hear what Chop It Up got to say, if somebody want to hear what Alonzo got to say, y'all know Big Vi gonna get on here and talk my shit. I'm gonna keep it real. That's all I do. I hold myself accountable. And guess what? I expect everybody on this panel to hold me accountable if I'm saying some shit that don't make sense. Hold me accountable because I'm gonna hold y'all accountable. We men at the end of the day, and we have to get back to being men in this world. A lot of people don't like to be held accountable. We have to hold each other accountable, and everybody that looks like us and everybody that want to be like us accountable. When it comes to the white man or the black man, don't matter. When it comes to a woman or a man, don't matter. Accountability has to be taken by everybody. Each individual person. if we can start being accountable for the shit we do and stop want to blame the white man, stop want to blame Fonzo, stop want to blame Malik, stop want to blame Chopped Up, we got to stop playing the blame game at some point and start looking in the goddamn mirror and realize it's you that's gonna take. It's gonna take you to make the difference. What is it gonna take to bring unity in the community? It's gonna take you as an individual. Everybody holding each other accountable to come together as a collective. We ain't gotta like. I ain't gotta like you. I ain't gotta talk to you every day. But if it's saying it's time for us to go down here and make a stance, look, you stand over there, I'm gonna stand over here, but we together.
Right. Right.
I appreciate that. Hey, gentlemen, listen, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna try and come back on. Like I said, I gotta go run handle some business real quick. If
Right.
y'all on when I get back, definitely I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna probably shoot live later. Speaking about being men, I try to do a series called Husbands United, as I'm a married man, and I noticed, especially in the Black YouTube spaces, we got all these people talking about relationships, but it doesn't seem to be people who are coming from a married standpoint. So I want to try and also give that experience again as a living example. You know, I've been married to my wife 5 years. We've been together since 2008. You know, Black couple, Black power couple. You know, I'll go into that. Thank you all again. And my you know, my usual motto. When people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute. I'm out.
My man. My man.
Yes.
I fuck with you, cuz.
Already. Already. I like that.
Hey, I fuck
I like
with
that.
you,
I salute that brother right there. Real talk.
man. Look.
To address my brother David, who was on earlier, when he was talking about the kids missing and things of that nature, what are we doing about it? You know what I'm saying? I gotta tell people this. When it comes to kids missing, we are people that's all over the world. Right? We can bring awareness all over the world, but us bringing awareness all over the world only is gonna only way us bringing awareness all over the world can be effective is if the citizens of the community where these things are taking place are taking the same action. So if we around the world is bringing awareness to, you know, these missing children, and you come on chop it up and say, well, man, they got about 15 kids went missing in Houston. Guess what? Houston got to do what Houston need to do to bring awareness as well to go along with what we're doing as a collective effort. The city of Houston has to step up for the city of Houston and understand we, the people of the world, are backing y'all, but y'all got to make the effort to go down and hold y'all people accountable in them office, them city officials, them county, the police, whatever the situation may be. Like if even in Louisiana, if y'all out there saying, man, there's kids missing in Louisiana, kids coming up missing in Louisiana, Big Five, man, what you got to do? That means Big Five got to get off his ass and go get my people together. We need to go down to these news stations and shit like that. I have to put my community to work in order for what we are doing as a collective to work. If the community is not working alongside the group, the mass people that's out here talking about, then it's not going to be no change. Because if you talking about something, you in New York, you in Baltimore, you in another person in Florida, another person in Chicago, somebody in California, we all over the world. But if the problem is in Louisiana, Louisiana people have to take the initiative to bring it to the forefront.
Right.
Only citizens of that, wherever that situation is taking place. That's why when we talk about the R. Kelly shit, I say citizens of Chicago need to step up. Because it's people all over the world talking about this case, but if the citizens of Chicago are not holding Kim Fox accountable, then what good is he gonna do? Who's gonna make the change?
And you
people
know what?
All over the world can't come into Chicago and vote. People all over the world can't come into Chicago and change law. It's the citizens of Chicago who's gonna have to make the change.
That's right. And the citizens of Chicago that is going to have to make the change are going to have to be educated They definitely gonna have to be educated, not scared, because they're gonna be going against the people that's power in high places. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They got to be educated. They got to know how to maneuver around this stuff. You know, you can't just go in there talking about Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. That ain't gonna work. You know, you got to know how to face these people. You got to know how to fight these people in high places.
That's why I like the brother David Newsom. Man, David be on there. David be on there. David be on there, man. He be talking some good shit, but Chicago need to support David, man.
Yeah.
Chicago need to stand behind David, man. David is in the forefront. David out asking questions. David out doing groundwork. Chicago gotta stand behind David though.
Chicago, stand up.
Already.
Chicago, stand up.
Free Larry Hoover.
Chicago, stand up.
Free Larry Hoover.
Free Larry Hoover. Free all the fathers. Free
Free
Jeff.
Ford, free Jeff.
Yep. Yep. I dropped out earlier, man, because you know, in Inglewood, man, like in the 80s and 90s, and even the early 2000s, there was a lot of black kids, a lot of black women getting snatched up, man. If anybody really know, all throughout the city. So it ain't just been other people's kids that's been snatched up and everything. That's one of the reasons why we was all looking at R. Kelly so crazy, because we know and we got a history of that going on, and people really didn't ever find the people that was doing that stuff. It went on for a long time, man. So, you know, I take those things very seriously, man. We really don't have no time to be, in my opinion. A lot of talk that was going on is unnecessary. I mean, we really like in the fight for our life. If you ask me, you know, it's nothing to be played with. So, you know, excuse my passion, man. You know, I am a true Chicagoan in every sense of the word. Like, you know, it's all in my blood. Since I really want to stand up for the city, I really see the potential with this R. Kelly situation to really say something to the world, not just to Chicago or the United States, but to the world. You know, all of them, the world is actually watching what we've been going through, and it's really up to us to bring the case to the world. You know what I'm saying? And we need to. I feel like a unifying factor is the children.
Right.
That's really the one thing that everybody wants their kids to grow and have a chance in this world. And I feel like that's something that, you know, you can leave your ideology kind of on the back shelf a little bit.
But let me say this, not to cut you off. And you are absolutely right. You know, you introduce this case to the world, it's probably gotta go to the Supreme Court. But let's check this out. The same people who we fighting against is right behind that Supreme Court who that spatula, that hammer who knocked it. So my thing is, we need to go to our people, our unity, and teach them. You know, we can fight all day, and you know, we can fight all day and go to the Capitol, all that stuff. But what's the solution? We got to go back to the unity and teach them. The fathers need to go back home to their families and be a family and be a father. You know, because this is where it started. It started at home. All this, okay, it started way before that, you know, with the slavery and all that. But the parents.
Oh, you know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't like to go back that far, you know, because I'm 50 years old. I don't want to go back to slavery.
But you got to go back to the root of the problem.
No. The root of my problem. Listen. Every generation had they fight and they fought they fight. That's why we fight now. Fight right now. Our fight right now is the time limit that you've been in and what happened in that time limit and how you can rectify that for the generation that's coming up behind us. And they'll have their fight. But we need to prepare them for the fight that they're going to have. Going all the way back 400 years ago, man, it's not our fight. They had their fight. Our fight right now is to maintain what they grabbed a hold to and establish for us to
hold on to and build on for the future. And right
Okay.
now, the people that's in power right now, they are taking all of those rights from us right before our
Right.
eyes,
Right.
and that's what I'm having a problem with. You know,
Right.
we
You
have
right.
come to the point as a people where we're becoming politically mature. We're understanding systems. We're understanding movements and how to move. And now they want to change the rules to the game. And
Mm.
so we have the rules laid out already before us, man. We saw them actually make these people bow down to them during the time of Dr. King and Malcolm X. And then also after that, Hoover came and gave us another blueprint. One of the reasons why he got locked up is because he began to uh, um, ignite the youth and to get into the voting thing, and that's when the hammer dropped on him. And so then the LGBTQ community comes through, and they show us how to do it to perfection, man. We don't have to be mad no more. We got the whole blueprint laid out in front of us. It's time to stand up and work it like they've been
Oh
working it, man.
boy, yeah, they. I understand where you coming from. I just hate that you use that group right there.
Hey,
Well,
but
hey, listen,
that's you look at LBGTQ. What you see with that group? Unity. Black
Yep.
Lives
unity,
Matter, unity. Mute
unity.
R. Kelly, unity. All this shit. These people are moving as a unit. Then you got us out here who, well, is picking at each other because David started the movement. I don't like him, so I ain't gonna follow. I'm gonna
Mm.
create my own. You guys, we study got people trying to come together. We study trying to create a different lane to do it. That shit don't make sense. It gotta be one group and one group only.
I
And you know,
agree.
we like one body. We had a potential, man, especially with technology to become a system and an organism where we have different people focusing on different things that affect our community, man. I'm telling you, man, it's really been laid out. I'm not smart enough to do the shit. I'm smart enough to recognize what I'm looking at. And I think I attribute that to playing chess. Because in chess, you recognize patterns. You
Mm.
recognize different things are happening again, you know, and you can force moves to make your opponent move a certain way.
Mm.
So by me recognizing, you know, how the powers are being controlled and operated, it's just for one of us to pick up on what the next one is laying down and build on that. It ain't even got to be no one man show. It ain't even about no one man. It's about unity. The unity mean that we use everybody in our community for the greater good of the whole people, man. It's not hard, man. It's the hard part is getting everybody online
Getting
and
everybody to
understanding the
play,
threat.
getting everybody to play their position.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, a lot of people don't even know their positions. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
so,
See,
so, you know,
not
that's the problem.
hey David, not alone know their position. They don't want them. A
Right.
lot
They
of these,
don't want.
I
They don't
said
want.
earlier, a lot of these
Yeah,
people are okay with being oppressed.
yeah, they okay with it, man. And so that's what make it dangerous for ones who who see it and want to do something about it because you know not only do you get pushback from the powers, you get pushback from the people. I want to tell a story about when I was locked up when
Let's
I was
go. Let's
gang
go.
banging.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know, I always, you know, coming up in the street, I always felt like it was us against the authority. I mean, that's how I was bred. You know, we didn't mess with them. Period, really, period, at all, unless you had to. The people I'm talking about, in no
Okay.
capacity. So when I get to jail, right, one of the brothers, he was actually an opposition to what I was. The police had came in and whipped the brother, man. Then nobody helped him, and I was so upset. I was a young dude. I didn't have no status or nothing to be acting like I was, but the brothers knew I was right about what I was saying. And man, we went at the establishment. Now, before everything went down, I went to everybody on the deck, the GDs, the Moles, the BDs, the Kings, and I said, hey man, this is what we finna do, man. We finna go against the administration. Now, this is my mindset.
Mm.
Man, them people was looking at me like, man, if you don't get your young, stupid, dumb ass away from me, you know, they was like, man, we ain't up with it. And
Mm.
I learned because you know the police came on the deck right as I was talking to the guys, man, and he walked right into damn near his killing. You know what I'm saying? Because they got right up with the man. But what I realized with all of that is that, man, everybody ain't ready to fight.
Right.
Everybody ain't some people scared to fight, man. They done been beat down so long they feel like they can't win. And I understand how they feel, but we are winners when we stand up. We don't even have to do nothing but just stand up.
That's
And
true.
just the sheer noise of us coming together, man, will just rock the world. And it should start right here in Chicago. Because for some reason I feel like the great men I made out of Chicago, not like they ain't made nowhere else, but here for some reason, the people that have impact on the rest of the nation, they want to take that from us, man. And that's why I standing up for Chicago. And that's I know I kind of went off a little bit, but
No, no.
that's where I'm
Salute
at
to
with that.
Chicago. Salute to Chicago, man. For real. You
Hey,
know.
Shot you ain't go off topic. You spoke your mind. And that's the best thing that you can
Hmm.
ever do, in my opinion. But
Hmm.
as far as unity, man, me and Vi had this conversation a whole bunch of times, man. I wish it happened sooner than later,
Hmm.
but it's the old adage: everybody want to be chief,
Mm.
and unfortunately, it's not going to work like that for us to get unity.
Yeah,
So what I'm
my
thinking
teacher,
is, go ahead.
my teaching is, man, he who want to be great, he got to be the least.
That's
If you
absolutely
if
the
you
only
want to
way.
be
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
if in my community, man, I want to be the least. That way I can serve everybody. I ain't bigger than nobody. You know what I'm saying? The community is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
I am an individual and I cannot be ran by the community because I have my individual stance, but my whole heart is for, you know, my people really. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And if need be, just my family. But I really want my people to be okay. But if need be, if all I could stay, if all I could start with is just me and mine, then that's where I'm starting at. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
right.
as
That's
far
right.
as Big Chiefs and man, listen, I was raised a representative, man. You know where I come from, we represent. You know,
Hmm.
we not cheese where I'm from. You know that type of status is for a long time, when the drug money came in, it was sabotaged. People got kind of bought into having status, having things they weren't supposed to have.
Hmm.
But your work is what make you worthy of whatever your title is. So if
Absolutely.
you working for this community, then you somebody. But if you not, then you're nobody, and we gonna treat you like that
That's
until you
right.
start doing something.
That's
Well,
right.
it's not how much money you got, it's how you use your time. It's
Mm.
not how much time
Absolutely.
you got, it's how you use the time that you use. A lot of
Okay.
people, man, like I said, man, if you take out and everybody can be equal, somebody, I'm sure we can make it work tomorrow, but it's always one that want to be the man and not a part of the team.
Right.
So when it comes to unity, that's that's a far cry, but I see it. I just want to know how can we do it. And like I tell people, like I said earlier, we unify for the wrong reasons. Now,
Hmm.
let me come to you and say, yo, Vi, big homie, yo, a nigga just robbed me. We gonna mount up and go get the nigga who robbed me. But let me come to you and say, yo, shit ready fall on hard times. Man, anybody know something about his job? Or man, I need $20 to pay my light bill. Oh boy, I ain't got it. But yo, how about you hit this blunt and we talk about it? Yo, what the
Hmm.
fuck? And and you know, it's funny, but it's real. And
Hmm.
I just think as a people, if we listen more, we'll understand what's being said. A lot of times, folks want to over talk or under talk or over. Man, look, I came to you, man, and man, this is where I'm at. Tell me what we can do together. I'm not asking you to solve my whole issue. Tell me, walk with me. You know a part-time job. I'm not against working or whatever, but don't don't use my situation to gloat. Cause what usually happens is, oh man, you nigga shot him. Boy, you nigga come up there for $100, man. Man, fuck that nigga, man. You nigga no money. And it's like, yo, why are you talking about me behind me? I didn't come to you behind you. I came to you at you. And that's where we go wrong, because everybody always thinks that because Chi-Town fell today, he gonna be falling tomorrow. That's not how that shit works. And usually, when the gun in the other hand, the motherfucker who could have helped last time feels some kind of way this time. Because I've seen people who could have looked out for the cookout, and some shit jump off. Yo, you ain't got my back. Yo, that shit ain't had nothing to do with me, fam. But yo, you could have spoke up. Yeah, I just heard about it. Yo, that shit happened weeks ago. Knowing all along, you heard the shit was coming down the pipe. See, a lot of times, yo, we forget that the world is small. It may be 2,000 miles from here to Detroit, but shit, just look at how far 2,000 miles is. It's only 3,500 from East Coast to West Coast. But at the drop of a dime, yo, I'm talking to you, Chi-Town, chop it up between Louisiana or Texas, I one of the two, and Big Wahoo in Louisiana. Look, I'm in 3 states, 3 different parts of the goddamn U.S., and I ain't get moved from Baltimore. So shit now is way less advanced than it used to be. Meaning you ain't gotta do so much to get so far.
Right. It's what you put into it is what you get out.
And to bring this on the table, Big Vi, I text you, told you I was gonna do my launch today, finally. And you gonna tell me to jump on the panel. I don't like how you didn't support my goal to finally get off the starting block, big brother, but it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, you get on the starting block. I didn't understand what you were saying. To be honest,
look,
I didn't.
I wasn't.
Hey, because David. Now hold on now, David. What we talked about yesterday, David? What time I told you we were coming on? And then I said I was gonna ask my boy Malik to come up on the count.
Look, hey Dave, look, I wasn't ready by 2 anyway. I had just got in from the supermarket when I saw the text. I had to make the meal for the night. So it's all good, man. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and probably do it Tuesday. But like I said, man,
see, you say you would try. See, that's the thing that I be telling people. You gotta take words out like if I'm gonna try. You gotta say I'm gonna do it Tuesday. I'm doing it Tuesday. Not I'm gonna try, because if you say I'm gonna try, you're gonna say, well, I can push it back to Wednesday. I can do it Thursday. You know, you gotta do it. Fuck, just do it.
I wanted to say, just like, all the time, we looking for numbers, right? But sometimes
I'll be right back, fellas. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Sometimes it's the quality of the ones who do stand up. They sometimes got to be the first ones to go out there and risk being ridiculed. A lot like what you're doing, Big Vi, and eventually it'll catch on. And so that a lot of times that's what we got to do still, even though we want it to be right here, right now. We still have to work with what we got, so to speak.
Oh, AD. I've been bullshitting with this for a minute. Like, and as far as content and real topics, I'm always on board with that. I always keep some real live grown up shit to talk about, things of that nature. My biggest issue is I just want to go ahead and push the button.
Man, you gotta go push the button, man. I told you.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and push it. I'm gonna go ahead and push it too.
So we study getting more and more men. We study getting brothers that come out that think like us. And what we always talk about, man, when we get to that point, so we got a panel of brothers that all got a brain up there. They all got the ability to think the way that we think. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm the youngest out of all of us, man, that be on here, man. And so I really look up to you guys, and and like to hear what y'all got to say because y'all done experienced some shit that I ain't seen yet.
Hey, not to cut you off. Hey, man, my girl been in the chat, yo.
I ain't seen her.
Man, I ain't seen Lexington
I ain't
Terrace in a
seen
while.
Brooklyn Hill. Oh no, I ain't seen that in a minute either. I ain't seen her on no platform in a minute.
Hey, man, if y'all know Lexington, well, dang, what's her name on here?
Yeah, Dana. Now she probably ain't never get that 5G.
What's her name on here?
A God gift.
Yeah. Hey, man, if any of y'all out there in contact with her, yo, tell her just say hello or something. Shoot the big homie some Lexington Terrace love, man. We ain't seen her.
Yeah, man. So, well, Malik, my bad, bro. I misunderstood your message this morning. But whenever you do your lunch, hit me up because I've been sharing the shit out. You know, promote it like you. We gonna promote it over here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do that. So promote it. Just like I tell my people, go get that David, man. I hope subscribers get over there. Subscribe and hit that button and shit. And send people over there because David, he got his little field of shit that his stuff that he talk about. We all talk about real shit though. That's the most important thing. Is being able to resonate with the people when they come on your channel and hear the shit. Everybody's not gonna be ready to take it the way we give it because we giving it raw, but it's the truth.
Hey, anybody see that fight last night?
Who fought last night?
Shakur Stevenson.
Oh no, I didn't see it, but I heard it was they had some things going on, some stuff surrounding that fight with some with one of the guys, some background, some shit came up. I'm not sure.
Good fight. And Muhammad Ali grandson was on there. He had his fourth professional fight.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, listen. I want to say this because we used to do it every other day, big homie. We ain't did it in a while. But I'm gonna start charging up my iPad and get back on the streets, man. Because I miss these kind of conversations because it's so much going on and a lot we need to keep intact too. Because be it Baltimore, Detroit, Chicago, Memphis, Texas, whatever, it's all the same crap. It's just presented differently.
Right.
So, and with that being said, maybe we can put our heads together and come up with a solution because the youth ain't gonna get no younger. And if you don't address the issues of unity, better principles, better morals, better goals, and love yourself, you know what I mean? They don't take pride in themselves. Like I tell my man Carter, my boy, slow down. You ain't gotta rush. Take your time. Put your shirt on, pull it down. You go pop the collar. Put some deodorant on, put some cologne. Take pride in yourself, man. You ain't just gotta keep living like you racing. Wherever you going, they ain't going nowhere. And if you do, it wasn't meant for you to be there anyway. So take your time. But you know, this generation, man, like I say, everything is a race. Zoom, 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 zoom. Everything is instant. And that's not how it's gonna work, man. That's gonna be the demise of them before they can even begin to enjoy peace of mind. Let alone quality of life.
My son sitting here watching TV on his phone. We at the dinner. Well, he trying to watch TV or trying to get back to his phone. We eating. This motherfucker got his head down there in the bowl, eating like a fucking Chinese so fast. So what the fuck you eating that fast for? You ain't in prison, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Man, just pissed me off. Like, what is your problem? Why you eating like somebody gonna take your fucking food, man? Boy, David, look, man, man,
and when you know
I
my
would
man
snap off, man.
You know
he was like
that?
This, man.
I take
I
the
said,
phone.
man, what the fuck is you doing?
Let me get that phone from you right there. Let me hold that.
I went crazy. Man, you ain't in jail, man. Slow the fuck down. He's like, time on you.
Slow down, man. It's gonna be there.
He gonna be there, man.
Yeah, slow down.
Don't get used to shit that you ain't gotta be used to. You know what I'm saying?
Don't charge yourself in the Justin.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but man, I enjoyed you fellas today, man. I got a text. My brother text me and say he in the hospital, man. I'm finna go on here and get on his ass. But what the fuck you got going on? You in the hospital, man. What's going on, Georgia girl? So I'm gonna ease over here to go check on my brother, man, and see what he got going on. It must be some serious. He went to the hospital a couple times. They never told me, but this time he told me. So I'm gonna pull up on him, see what's going on.
Look, we're gonna wish him a healthy spirit.
Yeah. I just want to say, man, you did your thing today, man. That first part, man, I was just quiet watching and listening to what you was saying, man. You're so on point, man. To be 33, man, you way beyond your years as far as how you grappling with this, man. I'm impressed, bro. I just want to say that, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Stay yourself still on the thing, and we gonna build.
Oh yeah, I salute you, brother. Like I say, I came from up under, my grandfather. A lot of shit that I was taught. I wasn't taught to live. I was taught to survive, man. And that's one thing that I'm always do in this lifetime. And I ain't too big or I ain't too small. I'm always be big guy, man. And the best thing, like my uncle them tell me, God gave me the gift of knowledge and understanding, man. And that's the best gift you can ever have in this world, is to be able to understand what it is that people are doing around you. Therefore, you will always outlast. You're going to outlast a lot of people because you understand. I tell people, my son, this shit. My granddad told me when I was like my son, eating fast and, didn't have time, or when people talking, I'm talking. He say, you two eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. He said, you look and listen twice as much as you talk. And ain't nothing come past you or get past you. And I took that shit and I mastered it. That's why, look, I get the message, man. When I hear it.
Yeah. Let me add another piece to it, right? It's a 2-part piece. It says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Be quick to listen so you can get an understanding.
Okay.
And once you get an understanding, then you speak so that you can be understood. So be slow to speak, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to get mad. That's what happens a lot of time on these chats I'll be looking at. People be so anxious to speak. Right. They don't let the next person speak. It is thought out while he got it going, you know what I'm saying? And that makes the other person aggravated. And now they don't want to wait till you get finished with yours and the conversation can't go forward. So we must be quick to listen. I'm going to just say it one more time, man. Slow to speak and slow to wrath, brother.
Man, that's it, bro. And one thing I do plan on doing, and we gonna be getting, like, when we get the panel and we get brothers on here like we had on here today, man, we'll probably do like a 2-minute, boom, everybody get 2 minutes, mute, let a person talk, 2 minutes, then boom, like, it's gonna get way better, right? Doing this shit on my phone, I can't control it like I want to do it, but once I get my computer and shit set up, it's gonna be controlled. We're gonna do it because we want everybody to understand and we want everybody's opinion to be heard. That's why a lot of times I always put on here, when I put my banner up, I had this one banner, where is it? Right here. I had this banner running across the bottom. Everyone's opinion matter, man. I want people to understand that. Everyone's opinion matter, man, because you may say some shit that I may not even been thought about. Or you make it put stuff in a perspective where I didn't even look at it from that angle. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we hearing each other's opinion. And guess what? And if we can agree to disagree because we men. So I'm not gonna get mad because you don't agree with my stance. Guess what? I respect it. That's how you feel. Because guess what? You come from a different walk of life. I come from a different walk of life. you from a generation way ahead of me. But in my generation, I feel like shit, I'm one of them diamonds in the rough that came in my generation, but I'm way ahead of my generation because I don't think people that's my age. I don't do shit that some people my age do. And I don't judge them, but at the same time, I knew I had to separate myself because I was different than them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I appreciate everybody that come on my channel, man, because this is some shit like even a guy like the brother Dana J. He heard me talking. He encouraged me, man. You need to put some videos, man. You need to start talking on your channel. Right. Man, I like because I will speak about certain things. And when I got on here just talking, and man, look, man, people gravitate to understanding, and that's the whole thing. And if you understand it, this is what I tell my son. If I can understand it, I can explain it for the next person to understand it. Absolutely. And boom, and people just got to be willing to listen, like you say, quick to listen, slow to speak. That's it.
That's it.
Take that, man. I'm gonna take that with me. So shit, next page probably gonna be tomorrow sometime. Or cause you ain't live yet on yours, huh?
No, man. You know I'm just learning about everything.
But
I'm learning.
See, but I think you can get StreamYard like this app, right? You can get this StreamYard app. It's like $25 a month, and you can stream on StreamYard and share it on. You can link your YouTube to the StreamYard, so therefore you'll be able to do your live and shit like that. But I gave you my number. We can talk, and I can try to help you, show you however, because you have a good message, and most importantly, man, you in the place where the message need to be heard. At you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, we're gonna keep working to try to build it up, man. Like I say, when I come to Chicago, I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
You're Chicago.
Right, I can't wait.
I'm gonna hit you up, Skylight. Look, I'm in the sky. I'm in the shop, man. You know what I'm saying? Show me around. You get me?
Hey, we go. Hey, listen, you gonna get it. You gonna get the Grand Deluxe tour.
Oh yeah, and I want to go to that chess place chess spot you was at too.
Yeah.
Too, when you in there and you talking to people, you know, people want to have an opinion or they want to speak, you know, just show them like, look, man, I can cut the camera off and you can just, you know, you can cut the screen off to where, you know, can't nobody see who is talking and let them speak because people want to hear from Chicago. Like I was telling you the other day, that interview we did, that live we did with Chicago Speak, that shit got over 1,000 views. That was just Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I say that.
People want to hear from Chicago, man.
And you know what? That was, man, actually, as I was growing up there, I felt like that was a great idea because, like I say, it's about 30 of us chess players. And we all varieties. We Hebrew Israelites, Christians, Moors, Americans, atheists, gangbangers, lawyers, cops. Our community is really diverse as far as the people that we represent. You know what I'm saying? The walks of life that we represent. But we come together over the chessboard, man, and we have developed a community. We have unified basically over chess, and it's a lot of minds. It's just a lot of good opinions in that group. But we was in a setting today where we was around diverse people. It was Indians and white people. I actually wanted to ask them about Jeffrey Epstein, man, because shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you
gotta go to Walmart. Walmart, they got these little tripod things at Walmart. Man, get you one of them little tripod things and go to Walmart. They got a little tripod on. It's just a little phone stand like my phone sitting on right now. And when you be in that place, you know what I'm saying, you know how to do shit respectful. Ask people, do they want to, you know, have a conversation or whatever.
Right.
You put your tripod up, put it up, put that start recording, because it's the raw conversation that mean the most. People want to hear that raw shit.
And you gonna get it, and you know, I don't know how it's gonna affect, you know, everything, but you gonna get some raw. Hey, you know, they not gonna sugarcoat it. I just got to get them talking, be comfortable with answering the question in that.
Yeah, even if you don't even ask them pertaining to R. Kelly, like, what y'all think about Chicago?
Right.
Like, what y'all think about Chicago? The government in Chicago. Like, how do y'all feel about this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because this is what everybody want to know. Like, because people think, oh, Chicago don't give a fuck. No, like you say, it's people that care, but the people that don't care are more outspoken than the people who do care.
And it's always like that. The city cares, but the ones who have the bullhorn, which is not that many. You know what I'm saying? It's always a small amount with the big bullhorn and make it seem like it's all this and all that, but it's really a very small. What's the name? So yeah, but So I would get Chicago talking.
Man. You keep on doing.
I'm gonna get
keep
Chicago
doing your
talking.
content, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, keep putting your content out, man. Especially even if you on the street walking somewhere, bro. It ain't gonna. You gotta always stay ready to pull your phone out. If you ask somebody, hey man, what you think about this? If they want to give a conversation, man, record that shit, upload it, man, because that shit gonna get your channel off because the people want to hear from Chicago. They want to hear from Chicago. And you out here actually doing it. You asking people questions that ain't nobody want to ask somebody how they feel about our kids.
Right.
How they feel about Kim Fox, any of that shit, but you doing it. So I salute you, man, and keep doing it and keep pushing that shit forward. We're gonna keep linking up over here. Everybody go subscribe to David Newsom if you haven't already, man. The brother out here doing the footwork, he doing the groundwork that ain't nobody in Chicago doing. This brother out here in the streets asking questions. So if y'all want to know how Chicago feel, go follow David, man, and let him know, man. Big Vi sent you already. So David, you got something to say?
No, man, just salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to you, Big Vi. I want to say what's up to Skylife and the documentary. That's I mean, we gonna get famous off that Skylife. Just that one right there. Documentary, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so now, man, we gonna man, I'm just, man, I'm good with the conversation, man. Thanks a lot, Big Vi.
Already. So
all right, I'm checking out.
All right.
All right.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
And with that being said,
I see no change. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself. It's like first minute shot, blast myself. I'm gotta be a point, even work some black. I'm the cut soon, looking for a place to snatch. Got to give it to everybody needs, bro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a heat, bro. Get it back to the kid, to the hell, kid. One less hungry mouth with no welfare. First shit, I'm double, man, I'm dealing brothers. Keep a blood set back, watch kill each other. It's on the fight back, that's what you said. 2 shots at the drop, now you scared. I love my brother. We can never go no way, so let's share it. We gotta start making changes. Murder city as a brothers that are 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. I think it does like a brother who's supposed to be. I let it go back to who raised kids and things. That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. This place ain't making this race for race. I wonder what it takes to make this. No better place, let's see race the race. Take the evil of the people that be acting right. It's both black and white, it's both black tonight. And you don't talk to them when we kill each other. It takes heal till we real how to heal each other. And I know it's evidence we ain't great. I see a black president. It ain't secret of the seal of black. The red is black, but it's filled with black. But some things will never change. So I show another way when it's raining in the coast. Now tell me what's about to do. Being real gonna appeal to the brother in you. You gotta operate the easy way.
But you made it a sleazy way.
That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. It's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Gotta make a change.
It's time for us as a people to start making some change. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. Let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's our life. That's what we got to do to survive. And still I see no changes. Get a brother, get a little peace. There's war on the streets and a war in the Middle East. There's a war on poverty. They got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. And I get a tip all I have to do. But now black people, I'm leaving that to you. Don't let it change you up, snap you up, snap you up, and just snap you up. You gotta learn to hold your own and keep time.
I see you with your mobile phone.
But never got the game time. I don't trust it, but they try to rush, I bust it. That's sound number two, you say it ain't cool.
I'm over there rage, no fool.
And it's all in the stage, like I got stage back. And it never gets a leg back. Then I always gotta worry about the page back. So I'm up there, up the page back.
Go back after all these years. Rat tat 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 tat, just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is.
Thank y'all for coming. It's been great. Until next time, we out. Big Five Opinions.